$9 per person. So call 615-889-6611 to book your Opryland USA Weekender today.
So hot that the International Country Music Fanfare is already sold out. But you can still see stars in Music City this summer. Visit the legendary Grand Ole Opry, now celebrating its 70th anniversary. Or Nashville on Stage, where you can choose from over 100 nights of country concerts. Join the audience for TNN tapings, or visit the Ryman Auditorium. Take part in all the fun. For ticket information or prices on money-saving packages, call 615-889-6611.
Well, we put some saddles on these bucking horses, and we're ready for the saddle bronc riding. And we'd sure love to have you come join us here in Mesquite, Texas for a live performance.
Well, anyone who's going to be in our area, just come out and join us in person for a Mesquite Championship Rodeo performance. Call us at 1-800-833-9339 for information and tickets. It's a great way to spend an evening.
Get you a pair of boots and a pair of jeans, and matter of fact, there's a free pair sitting right there. We're going to start off with Jim Blaine Kenny, and he is on a good horse, Try Me.
Bucking horse of the year, 14-year-old bronc, Try Me. Little rare out. Now watch her come to the right. Oh, he's not going to make it to the right turn. She was fixing to get bad, and she put Jim Blaine Kenny, I mean, a West Texas bronc buster that doesn't like hitting that ground very hard. But you see his hat? That hurt, boys.
I was surprised he's able to get it off, because it was a one-point landing on it.
Good spur out. Whips him over. Boom, right on his head. Woo! Wow. You think this event is easy? Take another look.
I was going to say, as smooth as it looks when it's done well, boy, when it's rough, it is rough. You're looking at Steve Roberts, Weatherford, Texas. Empty Tank, the name of this horse.
Okay, Steve Roberts been riding for about 3 or 4 years now. Just beginning to get some confidence. And needs to get his body back and lift up on that rein. He's pulling on it. Went bragging on you, Steve, and he tightened up. Whoa, that was a U-turn. Okay, making pickup men Bob Blanford and John Patterson work extra hard.
Steve gets a score of 67 after all that.
Now, lift up on the rein, come up with it, and that puts your body back. Keeps you from having to slosh like that. Double grab. Now watch this turn.
About face. Well, we've got a 67 as we look at Bob Blackwood.
That's not his age.
He's on Blue John.
He's just barely 50. This guy, old-timer rodeo champion, been riding in Mesquite for 25 years. Blue John, just, that's what we call an old man's horse, and I know that Bob Blackwood heard that more than once tonight. Bob Blanford sets down Bob Blackwood. Does the famous Blackwood layout.
65 points for his effort here this evening.
Mad Bob, he's a good feller. Been riding broncs a long time. Used to ride bulls. Spur maker extraordinaire. He used to make my bull spurs for me. There's a little, nice little jump kick, spur and stroke right there. Just right for Bob.
He got a 65. 67 is our score to beat. Colt Dowdy, coming up next. Pam got a hold of Colt before the rodeo.
Colt, drawing rimrock usually means a trip to the pay window or a crash landing. Which will it be tonight?
Well, hopefully the pay window. This will be my second one back in 3 months. I've been crippled. Everything's been going good. We'll see what happens.
A real good boy right here. Broke his leg, smooth off. It's San Angelo, Texas. 3 months off, been on one horse, got a national finals bucking horse. Let's watch this kid ride. There it is. He said, hey, my leg's still there, it works. Look at here, turn my toes out, get the money.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Just almost a crash right there on the get off. Well, let's see, should have limped? Not much.
I love that name. Colt Dowdy, a 76-point ride.
Okay, now he'll quit limping as much. He heard that score. He's feeling better already. Good spur out. See him snap his feet. That's what I like about this bronc rider. See him? Really looks good. Spurred over his rein, toes out. It's a good bronc ride. Nearly a crash right there.
Tom Brown is coming up next. Now he's got to beat 76 points. He's on Winston.
Now, Tom has made some good rides, and then he's had some problems. Got one going down the arena. Jump kick. Covering some ground, going to be relatively a low score. Half the points for the horse. Tips his hat over there, just kind of clowning around, have a little fun. Knows he's not going to win any money. But hey, I'm healthy and in good shape, okay.
61, and he's still hopping around, enjoying the evening. Tom Brown.
Big Lake, Texas cowboy. No, the horse actually was jumping and kicking down the arena, not too bad, but it just got down there in a hurry.
Long walk back for Tom this evening.
All right.
Howdy, folks. Sean Bader's up next. He's from Burleson, Texas. He's on Shawnee.
Another little young horse. This horse can be pretty good. Takes a run, got to get him to break. There he goes. All right, now come on, Sean. Sean's had his problems, been hitting the ground a little bit. There's a good full stroke and spur in motion. You know, that'd have been a nice score if that horse had bucked the first 2 seconds when he was taking that run. That's just hard on the cowboy.
Sean gets a 70 for his efforts here this evening. I'm glad to see him make a ride. As you said, Donnie, the last couple of weeks he's had his problems.
Now take your feet out, spur him in the belly, make him jump. There you go. Got him broke. Looking good. Smooth. Got his lick back, I think. Had some trouble the last couple of weeks. Been hitting that ground awful hard. That'll make you rethink your position.
You're looking at Joe Dean Weatherby. He's getting set to ride. Pam had a chance to talk with him before the rodeo.
Joe Dean, what's the toughest part of bronc riding?
Oh, just staying mentally prepared, I think. After you've been on enough of them to get all the basics down, it's just staying mentally ready.
Well, he's got to be ready to beat 76 points here tonight on Raising Cane.
You notice he's taking his time, being real careful in the buck and shoot. This horse can be really dangerous in there. Slings his head, gets a good start. Come on, Joe Dean, you can win the money. Reach and spur. Keep charging. That's what he doesn't do, is extend himself. He could go on up if he just would. That's going to be a money ride. I just don't know if he's going to be first, second, or third. John Patterson comes in, sets him down. Joe Dean Weatherby.
Let's see what the judges think about it, Donnie. 75 points. Not able to move the 76.
Good job by the judges. That's close to call. Really a fine start. Now Joe Dean quits getting to the front right there. Horse is still kicking real hard. Joe Dean needed to extend himself. That's the difference between first and second.
Final standings, Colt Dowdy wins it with a 76. Joe Dean Weatherby comes in second with that ride, and Sean Bader in third with a 70. Let's go to Pam and our winner interview.
Thanks, Dan. A good ride on the horse Rimrock brings Colt Dowdy to the winner's circle. The horse had a lot of moves. Tell me about it.
It was pretty good to ride. Second one back since I've been crippled. Felt real good. I think I could have rode him a little better, but I rode him pretty good.
Were you prepared for him to make those moves and try to throw you off like he did?
No, ma'am. They say it was just real nice, you know, no ducks, nothing, he ducks. It was all right, though.
It worked out well. Congratulations. You're a little shy with that good win, I'd say. Don't go away. There's more exciting action from Mesquite right after this.
It's a little chimp. Oh, he looks like a little person.
They're really not.
Look how smart he is.
They're not very intelligent, honey. They're dopey.
Look at them.
We have a dummy on our hood. Oh, where's he going?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
And now, Valley of the Apes.
Now, for your home and shop, one amazing blade that cuts through practically anything. This is new Multi-Disc. It's safe, it won't break or shatter. It's amazingly flexible. It will never bind or kick back your work. Multi-Disc cuts through this rock-hard ash baseball bat. It cuts through copper and iron pipes. Plastic pipes are cut off clean. There's no melting. Multi-Disc is diamond and carbide throughout. As its powerful edge cuts, its sides grind a beautiful burr-free edge. It's one of the best grinding wheels on the market. It shapes tile, grinds away paint, rust, and debris in seconds.
Call toll-free or send for multi-disc now and start saving hundreds of dollars on single-purpose blades and wheels. Multi-disc does it all. Stop aggravating blade changes. Use the same multi-disc to do hundreds of jobs. It saves you time and money. Best of all, multi-disc will work on any rotary tool in your home or shop. Put it on your household drill and it cuts like magic. Grind off stripped screws or rusted bolts easily. Multi-disc cuts like a blade and grinds like a wheel. No ordinary blade can do that, and you can use it on any rotary tool you own. Compare multi-disc with expensive steel blades for cutting Formica. Multi-disc sands while it cuts so there's no chipped edges. Call or send now. Cut perfect angles and grind curves in ceramic tile. This versatile tool cuts picture frame perfect moldings and trim. Hobbyists love it for detailing plastics, metal, and wood. Now you can take care of your own car. Remove all that paint, rust, and excess body filler. Now, in this limited time offer, you get 2 multi-discs, a universal arbor to assure they'll fit all your rotary tools, and our unconditional money-back guarantee, all for only $12.98. Order now.
Welcome back to Mesquite, Texas. Time for our second section of bull riding coming up. After the first round, Joe Wimberly, the man on the top of the leaderboard. A good first round of bull riding here this evening in Mesquite. Listen, in case you miss out, folks, on how to order Don Gay's Worst Wrecks or Best Rides at Mesquite Rodeo, the 1993 versions, just call 1-800-331-1000 or write Mesquite Rodeo Tapes, 1818 Rodeo Drive, Mesquite, Texas, 75149. Bruin Goolsby getting set to ride Himalaya. We talked with Bruin earlier.
Bruin, what's made Himalaya so tough to ride?
I don't know the bull at all. I hear that he's a big bull. I don't know, just bucks, I guess. Don't want road.
There's a lot of that going on.
Well, Himalaya hasn't had a qualified ride on him here at Mesquite. And Bruin Goolsby came a lot last year. First time I've seen him this season. Let's see if we can't get this one road right here. Come on, Bruin, stay in the middle. Not having a good trip, but here he comes to the right. Bucked him off again. Oh, my, good save.
Yes, it was.
Anthony Moore made a good save. He had Bruin dead to rights.
No score. It looked like Bruin just got back off that bull rope, Donnie.
Well, you have a tendency to go to thinking, you know, the bull jumps out of there, bucks pretty hard about 4 seconds. Then he's circling, and you're thinking about, well, you got him roped, but you're not going to win anything, and boom, there he is, and look at Anthony Moore.
Was that nice?
Looked like he's learning a little something from Jimmy Anderson.
Lance Boyd from Anson, Texas. He's up on Blackbeard.
All right. Got the Fearless Freddy mask on. Face protection. Coming around to the right. Jerks his hand out of the rope. Now, Vance has been having his problem since he's begun to wear that mask. He just hadn't got back into it yet.
Down for no score. Means Joe Wimberly still holding on to first place as we take another look at the ride.
There's no reason. He rides back, and you see his hand pop out of there? You know, there's just no reason for that. You've got to get up there. He's fighting that bull rope and riding the bull.
Hometown boy, Jeff Roberts, he's on Freckles.
All right, now he's finished second here once this season. Still pulling for him. Gonna have to get those screws taken out of a leg he had broke last year, but he's whipped into his hand. He's down before the water got hot. Jeff will do that. We've seen him make some great rides.
No score tonight. Donnie, if I'm not mistaken, we've seen Jeff Roberts make 80-point rides, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. I saw him ride a bull called Crossroads, the national finals bull here one time. As good a ride as you ever want to see.
Just having his problems as of late. No score here tonight. This is Ty Schaefer. He is on depth charge.
All right, now he's won here once this year. Now, Ty, he's been kind of a study. He can ride. Gets a little too stiff on these bulls. Let's see if he can't stay in the middle here. Come on, Ty, work. Lost his rope. Dead gum. And he had a good ride started and his hand come out, but he just got away from his hand and got to sloshing a little bit. He didn't stay tight. He's lifted on his rope good right here. Now, when he turns back, watch him lean forward. See him leaning forward? and he turned his head over, rolled his head over to the side instead of really lifting up on that rope. Common mistake.
This is Tom Messick. He's drawn Sidewinder. Tom won here one time this season with a 74. That's what's holding on to first place tonight.
All right, Sidewinder's one of these new bulls, just getting one of his first couple of trips here. Jumps out of there. Tom just doesn't even get things going at all.
No score for Tom, and Joe Wimberly's got to be looking on saying, that 74 is still holding on.
Just rolled him into his hand. No real chance to get back in the middle.
It's set to move to our next cowboy here as Sidewinder still not ready to make his exit out of the arena just yet.
He acts like he's a little bit upset. Oh, look here. Somebody just hanging around. I'll give him a little shot in the shorts. Okay. There's the gate.
Sidewinder's done, and we can move on. One of his buddies telling him he enjoyed his show out there.
Look good, look good.
Yancey James, he's on Red Storm.
Yancey can ride. Been having some trouble. All these guys kind of mid-season slump. Now, Red Storm just kind of what we call hauling the mail. Young bull. Oh, wait a minute. Yancey, you got to make the whistle. Now, this bull here, 60 points for Yancey James. He did stay on long enough, but he wasn't wanting to. He was wanting off, thinking, man, if he gets down here and the clowns don't follow me, I'm in trouble.
That's a long run down there for the clowns.
All right, Red Storm. He's just kind of clouding up and heading to the other end. That's not too good. Takes a while for these bulls to learn what they want to do. They got to find out they can't get away at the back end.
Next cowboy from Greenville, Texas, Brent Gluck. Tonight, Pam talked to Brent before we got started here in Mesquite.
Brent, now that you've ridden Dakota, what are you going to do for an encore?
I'd sure like to have that other bounty bull, that 13,000 or whatever he'll be this week would sure be real good in my checking account along with that 12,000. I guess just trying to ride them all. Everyone to get on when they come and try and make those finals.
Tuck your chin, Brent. You've got to learn to tuck your chin. See, with it up like that, you've got to get it down. Gonna go to the left, head up, and he's in trouble. Got to get that boy to listen to him. He can ride, but you're not gonna have your head up and get on a bull that goes away from your hand and make it.
No score for Brent here this evening. We're seeing Pam referring to he did pick up $12,000 on Dakota. Looks like he bought some new shafts, Donnie.
Bought a brand new pair of shafts. He said that wasn't much, didn't make a very big dent in the $12,000.
Kelly Holt, he's up next, Donnie, on catnip.
All right, now Kelly, been making the whistle here. He's finished second here once. Turning back to the right, right into his hand. Just what he wants. Now, there's a woman back behind, might be in the family. Jump. Come on, she's getting a better ride than Kelly is. Okay. Good dismount, nice bull ride.
Like he might have hit the wrong place or hurt something. That ought to make him feel better. 77 points. Moves him into first place.
Looks good, lifting on that bull rope. Head down. In time. See how he's moving his body? He's just in time with that bull. You could look up and talk to somebody. It's easy, like Joe Wimberly says, when you do it right, it's easy.
Barry Gullo pounding on his hand. He's from Oklahoma City on Moon Shadow.
Hard bull to ride right here. This little old bull can get out from under you. There's a rock and roll. Coming around, fixing to. Barry down on the ground early. Watch out, guys. He likes to play tag.
No score for Barry.
Barry, that stuff on your neck, it won't make you grow that much. Okay, it can ruin some shirts.
Cute bull, Donnie Gay. Cute bull. This is Kevin James. Ned Pepper is the bull. Kevin's from Stephenville, Texas.
Twice this year he's been to the pay window. Let's see. This bull's going to go to the right. Here he comes. Whoa.
Woo-wee.
103, Ned Pepper.
Cavan gets no score and a 1-point landing.
Cavan's trying to ride. You say he keeps his chin tucked. He does a lot of things that, you know, he might change around a little bit, critique on, but you keep your head down, you're going to ride a lot of bulls.
As he watches the replay on the big screen, it's 77 points is the score to beat as we look at Dean Wilson, and he has drawn Dakota.
Got his work cut out for him. Let's see if old Dakota goes to the left like he used to. Now he's coming back right. That's the same thing he did with Brent Gluck, and he rode him, Dean Wilson, down early.
So Dakota starts his reputation well-deserved all over again. No score for Dean.
This bull has got a lot of power.
Whoa.
And that's what you call just getting flung out of there.
Take a look at our final standings. Kelly Holt wins it with a 77. Joe Wimberly in second. And Larry Minarsik comes in third place. Here's Pam.
Thanks, Dan. Kelly Holt wins the bull riding on Golden Nugget. At what point did you know you were in control?
Well, when he jumped out there the first jump, turned back to the ride and stayed in it real nice. It made it a lot easier to ride.
That's the type of bull you like to draw?
Yes, ma'am. The ones that just go ahead and get in a pattern are not so unpredictable.
You said easy to ride. It didn't look that way from where I was sitting, but congratulations on your win tonight. Don't go away. Donnie and Dan will be back to wrap it up in just a moment.
You're in a nightmare filled with monsters that bite, that crawl, that kill. A nightmare more terrifying because it's real. Welcome to nature's dark side. Welcome to Predators of the Wild, an intense journey through a real-life chamber of horrors. From Time Life Video, face creatures so fearsome only the brave dare get close enough to film them. Lightning-fast fangs, spiders that launch missiles, bone-crushing jaws, lethal weapons in an ancient war of survival, seen so close, they will make your skin crawl. Call this toll-free number now and begin your journey to the shadow world with Giant Tarantula, yours for just $9.99. Confront a spider that measures a foot across, has 1-inch fangs, and venom so powerful it dissolves its victims from the inside out, yet is considered a tasty snack by local Indians. Other videos take you deeper into the shadow world with snake, wolf, and hunters and the hunted. Meet savage giants, acid-spitting snakes, and grisly war parties that show their victims no mercy. But be warned, the camera doesn't flinch, so you probably will. Call now to get Giant Tarantula for just $9.99. Keep only the tapes you want. There's never a commitment to buy. So call now and stare into the eyes of a monster. And try not to blink.
To order Predators, call 1-800-224-5400. That's 1-800-224-5400. Or send $9.99 plus $3.49 shipping and handling to Predators, Department 1, Richmond, Virginia 23280.
He sees what they see. He knows what they know. Some say he's even got a tiny set of gills. Fishing with Orlando Wilson, today on TNN Outdoors. You're enjoying TNN, the heart of country, and your #1 source for country music, entertainment, and information. If you'd like to know more about our programs or guest lineups, call TNN Information Services, 615-883-7000. For tickets, call 615-889-6611.
A good crowd makes their way towards the exits in Mesquite, Texas, and we have just enough time to talk about the money winner. Starting off the bareback riding, it was tough this evening. Daniel Larson wins it.
Can stop supporting him. So what's the deal, Rich? Is your mom right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm about as lazy as it gets.
Well, Robin, there's an admission.
Well, I'm good at it, though.
Isn't it true, Robin, that he's so slack you almost didn't make it today?
He is the king of slack. Serious. We could not find him
this morning. At the crack of 1 p.m., we found him in some guy's truck, asleep. And we had a hotel room, thanks to you people. He was.
There you go. Next, I'd like for you to meet Elaine. This is Elaine.
Feeling good, like myself.
Rest easy. It's Tylenol PM. Now also available in easy-to-swallow gel tabs.
Welcome to Mate Match, the exciting game of love where Lorianne and Charlie use all their guile and trickery to find out who is tonight's mystery mate. Now, let's play Mate Match.
All right, thank you very much, Doctor. Welcome once again to Mate
with Hobby Lobby. Welcome back.
Thank
Tiffany.
you.
We've got friendly fairies and bashful butterflies for you today.
I
love these.
They're so fun, and they're out of 3 things: Shrink It, Aleene's Reverse Collage Glue, and this fabulous recycled paper we have at Hobby Lobby.
We have fallen in love with this
We
paper.
have.
I see you have, because you went on and made lots and lots of these designs. We have enough for the whole studio.
I kept saying, Patty, I think we've made enough.
Let's go ahead and make one more.
Okay, let's do. First thing is we put the Shrink It down, and we just using a permanent pin. And the pattern that you see here will be in our SASC, the butterfly, the bashful butterfly.
Now, usually we say we're not going to shrink it, but we've got a little twist on this one. Wait until you see how these, how you add a little bit of life and shape to these designs.
We got to trace the whole thing here.
Very easy with the permanent marker over the Aleene's clear Shrink It.
You know, I think kids could do this. This would be great.
Well, I'm getting ready to glue now.
And we'll turn it over.
Instead of cutting it out, we're just going to glue first. And then cut it. Which side did you do it on? I turned it over. I think we should be okay. I hope I'm right here.
It's right. I watched you do it. We're all checking each other out.
Aleene's Reverse Collage, very easy to put a coat of that down. Remember, it's going to dry completely clear. Oh, I love this paper.
Isn't that fun?
Pretty.
That's got banana chips in it, Tiffany. Sounds good enough to eat.
Yes, it does. And now we have a dry one to cut out. You let this dry completely and then cut. It won't take very long to dry.
And we'll cut off our black line because we don't want that anymore. This could take me a minute, so I'm going to let you skip on.
We have one here that's dry. Can we show you how we punch the holes?
This is so easy and just adds so much life to your little plants sitting around.
You actually want 3. That will help. And I want to show in the finished example why you are punching those holes. I can see then that you've taken that florist wire and woven it through there, and that helps give the stability then to this, that would be the part that goes down into the plant.
That's an 18 gauge wire, and I'd at least use that strong, maybe 16.
And then you would need to just tie in a touch of raffia.
Right. Yes.
I love it.
Let's get ready for the
Now you need to bring
part.
those bashful butterflies to life.
Yes. Let me pick one up. Fun part.
You ready for this? This is a heat tool. This is what we've used on the Shrink It when you want to shrink a whole piece, but I don't want my hand. I know. It gets very warm. We're just going to hold it here for a few seconds, and as soon as those wings start to bend, then you want to remove the heat source. And you mentioned to me that because the paper is on here, it takes a little bit longer for that to actually start shrinking.
Once it goes,
there it goes. And I'm going to pull that away. Shall we try the other side? Look at this. Isn't this wonderful?
We got to do another one because I love
grab
it.
another one.
Okay.
I can do them all here. These tools are available at Hobby Lobby along with all the supplies, and we also have them available through Aleene's Crafts in the mail.
That's right.
Isn't this wonderful?
So fun.
Thank you again so much for coming up with a fabulous new idea. There it goes.
Thank you, Tiffany.
I'll see you soon.
Thanks.
See you soon. If you'd like to write for free instructions, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to G777, Hobby Lobby Plant Watchers.
We have exciting news for all of our viewers. Now you can receive a risk-free issue of Aleene's Creative Living magazine. It's for crafters like you who enjoy making wonderful crafts for your home, unique gifts for friends, or something special for yourself. Each issue includes over 25 project instructions and patterns, show schedule, listing of free instruction sheet offers, plus a lot more. Best of all, now you can receive your first issue of Aleene's Creative Living magazine risk-free. Just call us today to receive your risk-free first issue of one of America's fastest-growing craft magazines. Call now, 1-800-825-3363.
Just think, it could all be yours. All of it. For just about as long as you want it. Yeah. The comfort, the colors, the cut, the carefully calculated low price, the whole 9 yards, which will probably leave you wishing you'd thought of all this earlier. Jerseys. Just think.
Dear Murphy's, you did it. Murphy's Kitchen Care really is a safe cleaner. I cleaned spaghetti sauce off my painted wall with the leading cleaner and Murphy's Kitchen Care. Both took off the sauce, but Murphy's was much safer on the paint. Thanks for the safe clean.
Thursday, get a personal tour as Neil McCoy shows off his hometown. Plus, we'll speak with new country music artist Kim Ritchie on TNN Country News, Thursday night at 7:30 Eastern on TNN.
Now you can create over 65 all-new plastic canvas holiday projects for your home, your Christmas tree, gifts, table, and more with Make It Merry in plastic canvas. And joining me is Heidi.
Well, thank you. This is a book by Leisure Arts, and Leisure Arts is a division of Oxmoor House. I didn't do any of the designs, but I'm very lucky to be able to show it from all these other designers.
Aren't they cute and so simple to do and yet so useful items and all kinds of things?
It's plastic canvas, and if you're not familiar with plastic canvas, it comes in many, many different colors, and it comes in several different widths. This particular one that I have today and that I'm showing is the 7 mesh. That means it has 7 little holes to the inch. Some of it is like 14 mesh, and there's a 5 mesh. So that means that that's how many holes there come to the inch.
Let's show some of the things that you can do with it, because I think that's what's
so versatile. I can't believe it. These ornaments are just stitched very easily on the plastic canvas, and a child can do it because the plastic canvas has large holes. They can just use like a blunt needle and just stitch through it. It's so simple.
And they have little hangers on them, like you see here, so you could hang it.
And wouldn't these be cute for bazaars and boutiques and
it would be terrific
saleable.
because it's inexpensive. Something inexpensive, and yet, you know, you could make good money on it in that. Now, this is another an idea that is a useful idea and a gift at the same time.
Well, it's more three-dimensional, too, which I think is a neat thing to show because you don't think about something being flat, that you can stitch it together and make a box, and those are coasters. Now, this pattern, too, you could do it with different colors, and then you wouldn't have to necessarily have it for Christmas.
See, there's 4 coasters in there. That'd be a terrific gift idea, and again, a bizarre idea.
Now, that one is stitched on the whole thing, covering the whole plastic canvas. The next little bags that I'm going to show you here, these are just doing little tiny stitches, little small designs, and the canvas, because it comes in colors, is your background.
I'm going to lift this up so you can see that look at you have the candles that you see there, and yet it just shows the white. Now, the one you see here is the one you're going to demonstrate.
I'm just going to show you real quick. What you do is cut your plastic canvas. I have the front, the back, and then here's one of the sides. And to show you how easy it is to cut, you just cut it with a pair of scissors.
Regular scissors.
It's regular scissors. And the book has diagrams on how big to cut it, how many, count your squares on how many you have across. This one was told me to cut it 18 by 49. So that's the side of it. Then what you do is you just start stitching, and I'm not even going to really do any particular pattern today, but you do just like a diagonal pattern, and the book tells you exactly what, where to stitch, what hole to come up in.
We're going to be showing in a minute some of the pages in the book so you can see how easy the diagrams are, and it's in complete color, showing not only the finished project, but the patterns too.
So then when you're all done stitching your design on the center of this, and like I said, this one is going to be where the background doesn't need to be done. Then you stitch it together on the side. You take the side panel when you're all done, and you just kind of a whip stitch, I think is what we used to call it, and just stitch it together like that, and then do the back, and you have a little bag.
Let's look again at some of the ideas. There's over 65 different ideas in the book, and there's some more of your ideas. Isn't that pretty? That's kind of
beautiful?
a stitchery on top of a stitchery there.
It's really three-dimensional. And they have ornaments here.
Now, those have been stuffed, it looks like. Is that right?
They're two-sided, right.
And they have some, does that have any stuffing in it, or is that just
It has a little bit of adding in it.
On that. Let's take a look, Heidi, at the book.
It's called Make It Merry in Plastic Canvas.
Wonderful, wonderful ideas, and look at all in color, all full color pictures. Look at that. Wonderful ideas. So don't forget, if you're looking for something as a gift or something to make to sell, it's called Make It Merry in Plastic Canvas. Thank you, Heidi, very much.
Thank you.
And don't go away. We'll be right back with more creative living.
Calling all Christmas crafters, now you can create over 65 all-new plastic canvas holiday projects for your home, tree, gifts, table, and more with Make It Merry in plastic canvas. Dazzling tree decorations, brilliant touches for your holiday table, stockings sure to be heirlooms, glorious gifts, bright gift bags that just shout Christmas. Give yourself a free holiday gift you'll never forget. Call 1-800-825-3363 today to order your very own copy of Make It Merry in plastic canvas. Try the projects for 30 days with absolutely no obligation. If after 30 days you decide to keep Make It Merry, we'll bill you only $19.95 in 4 easy installments. Act now and we'll also send you free this 4-piece scissors and shears set that's a cut above. If you decide not to keep the book, simply return it, but keep the scissors set no matter what. You'll also be given the opportunity to preview future books in this plastic canvas series. Call 1-800-825-3363 today to give yourself a reason to make it merry.
Excuse me. Are these yours? What you wear for football and basketball? Baseball and biking and hiking and tennis? Walking and working and resting and running and jumping and leading, following, sitting and standing and, hey, just about everything else you do in a 24-hour day? Well, are they? They sure look like it. Jerseys. Excuse me?
This could be your Friday night. Picture yourself a few years younger, a couple of pounds lighter, and several degrees further over the edge. You're in the chute. You're on the Brock. You've got the hat and boots. And when that gate opens, you've got 8 short seconds in which to prove yourself a real rodeo cowboy. Get your vicarious thrills right here, direct from Mesquite, Texas on Championship Rodeo, every Friday night on TNN.
You can create quite an impression for all occasions with Lasting Impressions. Joining me today is Larry Garlock, representing Lasting Impressions. Welcome back.
Thanks. It's nice to be here. Appreciate
Let's show everyone how easy the Lasting Impressions embossing templates are to use.
Okay, great. Basically, these are a solid brass template, and we've created about 238 different types. And embossing is really fun and easy to do. What we have is we need a light source, and that can be like a bright window. A television set works well. A glass table works really well with a light under it. But just so that you can look down and see what you're doing. And what I'm going to do here is just put a little wax paper. We found that this is a fun little trick that makes the stylus just glide around. And I like people to know that with this particular art form that you can really go out of the lines and it just doesn't matter and doesn't show. But it will leave something where we're changing the shape of this paper and giving it a dimension that it didn't realize it could ever have, but it'll be something lovely.
I used to think that embossing would take hours. And it just takes a matter of seconds to transform this paper into this beautiful design.
It does. It's really quick, and you can turn out an all-occasion card or a little thank you note or something like that. Sometimes it's fun to add a little color, and by just placing the template back over the top of it again, and then moistening a Q-tip and rubbing it across the top with a little water-based color, it leaves a beautiful, beautiful look like so.
And you can dress up the cards by just simply maybe punching them, adding some ribbon. I see on that design, then you've just added some little dots along the edge. So you can really go as simple or as elaborate as you'd like to.
Yeah, here's a fun little thing we've done to give it some more dimension. Of course, we embossed this first, and then we've just put a little bit of cardboard, 1/8-inch cardboard here, and added a little of Aleene's tacky glue onto here, and then placing that on that, and it gives it a rather nice dimensional effect.
Great tag that is. This is an example of what you'll be able to create when you purchase the Get Acquainted kit that we're offering today. I love the sunflower. Remember, too, that you can emboss the envelopes that go with your greeting cards. Don't forget about that. And I love the sunflower design. Of course, you have many different templates that you can mix and match. You can, I see we have the thank you down here, which would have been one in combination then with the sunflower
in the pot.
I want to come and take a look at some of the other examples of the templates that you have brought today. As you mentioned, how many different designs are there?
238.
So there really are designs for any occasion. And looking at that, I see we have something perhaps for the teacher, something for the kids. For those of you who love the fish designs, you can create all sorts of different looks. Do you need a special type of paper? I know you're talking about using the index cards today, but when we're
Right.
selecting our stationery and envelopes, anything special?
Just a good quality stationery leaves a nice deep impression, and that's basically all. Anything you can see through, you can emboss. And
You're going to get started with many projects with the Get Acquainted kit we have today, because I see there are 5 different templates, plus the tool that you need to emboss, the paper, even everything you need to embellish the cards from the jute, and also some wire, which gives a great effect and a curled effect, a very natural look. Thank you so much for showing us how easy this is to do.
Thanks.
We'll see you again
Appreciate
soon.
it.
Don't go away. More creative living in just a moment.
Call 800-825-3363 to order this Get Acquainted kit. Our operators are standing by to assist you.
Brought to you by Jersey's American Activewear. Quality T-shirts and sweats by Russell Corporation.
Look at it, would you? It's perfect. Doesn't cost too much. It's comfortable. Cotton. Cut bigger. Comes in all these colors. And it's tough enough to virtually make its own way in the world. Wow. It may just be the best kept secret in T-shirts. Jerseys.
What do you need when it's hours since lunch and your stomach says, have one of these, and your brain says, wrong, and you want something good that's zesty and zingy and quite frankly perfect? V8.
With a full serving of vegetables, it might just make you feel better.
My dear, I can turn you from dowdy to delightful. In no time, it's a whole new you. New easy recipe from Bird's Eye to fresh looks for vegetables.
Today we would like to introduce you to the special magic of candle magic. And joining me is Jessica Murphy from Disselfink. Welcome to Creative Living.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really excited to be here to show you everything that's going on.
Candle magic is very special, and it's crystals, and you won't believe what you can create.
I know. What it is, it's a new system of making candles. Everything you need to make a candle is right in these crystals. All the ingredients that usually you had to put in separately, we have put in here. Now, to make an easy candle, which is a crystal candle, you simply pour the wax into a non-burnable container. We have little votives right here. It's kind of fun. I mush it out. And these I love to put on a table when I'm having a party and everybody can take one home. It's really kind of fun.
Look at these beautiful colors.
We have over 15 colors we offer, so the design options are just endless. Let me show you now. I take a design tool, which is really just a popsicle stick, and I poke right down the sides of the glass. And as you can see, a design is created.
How beautiful.
Isn't that wonderful?
These crystals are featured in the Crystal Candle Kit,
Yes.
so you can get started on your first projects. Next, you have to add the wick.
Yep, very simple. It's a stiff wick. All we do is we place it right down the center of the crystals, and you're done. That's your candle.
Of course, you can snip it off if you need a little bit shorter. We didn't quite fill
Yeah,
this
it's
all
a
the way to
little
the
long.
top. How long will this candle burn?
If you fill it to basically the top, it'll burn for about 20 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
There are other ways that you can use this wax. How do you, the traditional manner, how do you
That's
do
what we
that?
like to say, traditional candle making, which is molding. And it's very simple. We have made it into 3 steps. You pour. I'll get this out of the way here. You melt and you mold. Now the kit here I'm going to show you is what's offered in our Nature's Light kit. And this wax, which looks white, is really a translucent wax.
And it's beautiful because the candle wick, when it's lit, it just glows
It is
beautifully.
really kind of neat. So what we do is we pour, you melt, you put some water in your pot, and you melt it over a medium flame until it just becomes liquid. And then we have a tray here, and we pour the liquid into the tray. Let it sit for about 5 minutes. You get a little film on top. You take your pansies, or you have old potpourri you can use, dried fruits, really quite beautiful, and you just push it into the wax. This is sat a little long, so it's a little molded, but you push it in, and you'll get sides like this, which is kind of neat.
And let's come down and actually hold this right down here so everyone can see that, how that really is embedded.
It is, exactly, into the translucent wax. Now, all you do is you build a little square. So I take my 2 sides, and I pour a little wax into one of the sides, the same mold you've been molding with, and you just place the sides. This has been placed in here. and you will build around a square.
Our candle is starting to take shape here.
And once that's done, you can pour crystals in to reuse it, and it's an endless candle.
When that candle burns down, you simply refill it with the crystals.
Exactly.
I see some other mold designs that are in these trays that we have, and let me reach over and move this out of the way. Floating candles
You're very
are
That's
so
right.
popular these days.
And this is really fun. We have little votives in moons and stars, and you simply pour your wax into here the same way you mold your sides, and then you stick a little wick right in there.
They're just gorgeous. I could think of so many materials that I have around the house. I'm ready to make my candles.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you soon.
Great.
If you'd like to write for a free candle project sheet, send the self-addressed stamped envelope to G797, Dissel Think Candle Magic.
Call 800-825-3363 to order this Get Acquainted kit. Our operators are standing by to assist you. The home decor and gift possibilities are endless with a Visions air painting kit from Tester. The spectrum of colors is incredible. Vivid opaques, transparent tints, even stains. Dive into the exciting world of easy air painting. Each kit includes air painter, propellant, 9 colors of paint, a tips and techniques book, instructions, a how-to video, and additional accessories. A $75 value if purchased separately. This special offer is only $49.99. Call 1-800-825-3363 and order yours now.
I'm a school teacher, and the energy of a 4-year-old is close to that of a cheetah. I was not the mother cheetah. Because of the extra weight, I needed to make a change. After Jenny Craig, my energy level has come up so much. Chasing after the kids is no problem now.
Start Jenny Craig now, and you can lose 20 pounds for $20. Call 1-800-39-JENNY. That's 1-800-39-JENNY. Why wait another day?
I've lost weight, and I am available. You can put my number right down at the bottom.
I lost my cowboy boots. Under the table, honey. Ma, did you fix my backpack? Yes, I did. Oh. Hey, watch it. I'm ready.
Kids, pick out something to drink.
Okay, we got Purple Box's soda and Sunny D. Grab the Sunnies.
Sunny Delight singles have the great citrus taste kids love and the same vitamins as Big Sunny Delight.
Mom, your shoes. Cool.
Sunny Delight singles, the good stuff kids go for.
Today, Heidi's going to show us a new slant on an idea that was actually introduced by Patty and Darcy of Hobby Lobby, and she called it Mirror Magic. But now Heidi has it simplified.
I just call it romantic mirrors, and I don't like a mess, and not that theirs was mess, but I took out one step on theirs.
Well, they were using
furniture stripper.
And you're using sandpaper.
It takes a little bit more elbow grease, but makes pretty close to the same result.
Let's take a look at the first mirror that you see here, and it's sort of a reverse collage or a reverse decoupage, because the picture's behind the mirror.
You take off the backing behind the mirror, so you could even put pictures in there if you wanted to, like photographs
of your family.
And I wanted to show you some of the different supplies that you can use. You can use any mirror, but all different mirrors have the different backing. I found the mirrors that you buy at just any store have a couple different coatings of paint on the back, so you have to elbow grease a little bit harder with a little bit coarser. But a craft mirror only has one layer of paint on the back of it. So if you're going to do like the little round one, maybe you'd want to do it for like, children or something to do it. And let me show you how. What I start with is the coarser sandpaper to get that paint off. And I just kind of start in a circular motion in the area that I want to take off.
Okay, how much sanding does it take?
So you can already see. All I want to do is get the paint off. As soon as I see the silver, then I go to the finer sandpaper and just start working and getting it off. And it takes probably about 5 minutes. See there, right there, you can see
you just want to expose, take off whatever's at the back of it.
So then I take like a damp cloth and wipe off all the powder, and there you can see it. Now I have one that I've already done here. If you can see that.
See
that fingers. And then what you do, the rest of it is just so simple. Put some of the decoupage on the right side and the back, and put a little bit on the mirror. Place it like that.
Well, like you mentioned, at this point you could use anything here. You could use a picture of your family, of your children in the center of this.
Then I like to, when I have everything on, I like to put a few more flowers and everything. But I like to put like some tissue paper, another color to the back. And just, it's just like reverse collage. We're just decoupaging real quick. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to show that to the
Everybody's had one of these. I saw her.
And Patty did. It's called Mirror Magic. But you are going to be offering a free instruction sheet with this to show the
glass. So you're taking off both.
Heidi, thank you very much for
Thank
sharing
you.
with us today. And to write for free instructions, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to A545 Romantic Mirrors. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more creative living.
Today's crafting time idea was submitted by Cindy Lobel from East Norwich, New York.
And she says, here I go again, trying desperately to get one of my projects on the sharing segment of the show. And she finally
did
made
it
it
this time.
And she has. She's come up with this wonderful project that will keep the kids entertained while you're traveling. It's a traveling tic-tac-toe game.
Open it up
And you can see she's used a 9-inch square felt and some ribbon and some rickrack, and she's done it all with Aleene's tacky glue. The actual game pieces, she's used rubber stamps and used a popular dinosaur design.
The kids are going to love
why
that.
don't we'll start playing.
Okay.
And let's see. You know, she won't play with me anymore because I keep beating her.
I said, you two can play. Mom always wins. Oh, Murphy's going to join in the game here.
Okay.
I do have a photograph that I'd like to share of Cindy, and boy, she's a true crafter. She has actually drawn this frame around her photograph. Oh, Murphy wants to play. Linda, let's let everyone know about the instructions.
Definitely. The instructions for the project are featured in the August issue of Aleene's Creative Living magazine.
You know, we're always looking for new ideas, so anyone who wants to submit an idea, you just need to send a photograph and a description of the method to Aleene's Crafting Time, Box 9500, Buellton, California, 93427. Linda, Aline, and I would like to thank you for joining us today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Don't go away. Coming up next is an encore presentation of Aleene's Creative Living, including some new and exciting crafting offers.
This has been a Friedman Leopard production.
Gene Watson and Bill Anderson, The Ralph Emery Show, tomorrow.
You're watching TNN, the Nashville Network, the #1 source for country music, entertainment, and information.
Hey, things have been going so well at my new television show that I've decided to throw a party. A summer fun TV party for you. Here's how it works. The Opryland Hotel has come up with a great one-night package. You spend the night here in the hotel, have breakfast with all of us, and then appear live on our show the next morning. You can choose August 20th, 21st, or 22nd for your package. Here's the number to call, and if you hurry, you may get one of the garden rooms that overlook our show. Sound good? All right, let's party!
If you love racing, come to the track or come to TNN's Salute to Motorsports at Opryland, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. Step into the thrilling world of motorsports. Meet drivers, see classic cars, race cars, and exhibits. Shop for collectibles and spend 2 fun-filled days at Opryland Theme Park, all for just $37.95. So be a winner. Come to the TNN Salute to Motorsports at Opryland, USA. For more information, call 615-889-6611.
delighted you can join us for today's Creative Living. I'm Tiffany Windsor.
And I'm Aline. You won't want to miss a single second of today's show. It's packed with exciting new crafts you're going to want to make for yourself, your family, and friends.
Starting off today's show, Terry Daniels with Joanne Fabrics and Crafts Napkin Appliques Terracotta Angel.
And Heidi tells us all about the Aline's Big Book of Crafts.
Chris Wallace with Duncan demonstrates home decor themes.
Tiffany will do a delightful decoupage flower press.
Barbara Evans arrives on the scene to make an Aline Shrinkit bracelet. And Apple a Day brings the angels to play. Joining me today is Terry Daniels, Style and Design Coordinator with Joanne Fabrics and Crafts. Welcome back.
Tiffany, that was very clever.
Oh, thank you. You have a very clever project here.
This is a lot of fun. We are using our terracotta pots and some apple picks that we have in our stores, and we've made a little angel wind chime.
Isn't she a great idea out of those terracotta pots? Now, we wouldn't think of turning these into angels.
Someone said, turn these terracotta pots into something, and I said,
did.
okay, I will. And the key ingredient here are the Aline's tacky glues and the...
it's the napkin applique that we're using in a little bit different use today. We're not using napkins, we're using fabric.
That's right. So, we have our terracotta pot, and we have our beautiful apple fabric, and I've just cut out around the apples. And we're just going to put this on first, right on your pot. And this is a little wind chime, so this would be protected in the weather too.
And don't worry, it has just a slight blue tint to it at this point, but when it dries, it's absolutely clear.
I got worried there. There, I'm just going to move this a little bit more, and then you can go beyond the size of your piece too, a little bit, and you just smooth this down and use your sponge then to smooth it down further.
And you want to be certain that you do have glue underneath that fabric and on top.
And then we just did this all the way around the little terracotta pot. And then we used a piece of green check rip fabric also and just cut out a strip for the bottom. And that will dry.
And it dries clear, but it does have a slight sheen to it.
Which makes it look nice, I think. Makes the terracotta pot look nice and shiny. Okay, then next, we have her body all appliqued on here, and then I've taken a jute rope and tied a little bead on here to make it clang in the wind when her feet swirl. I love her feet. These feet are the most fun. Here
and they're just little
and they
slices
just kind of
those resin-type apples.
That's right, our little apple picks. And I've used a wire and coiled it on a pencil, and then coiled you just do this to it. It'd be nice if we could make our legs like this. And then you just pull it out and stretch it out like this, and tie it onto the end of the jute. Okay? These feet are hysterical. Okay, then the next thing you string on is a real apple slice that has been dried. So you just put that on for her little collar. And if you want to, you could use designer tacky glue and tack that down. Then I've taken a styrofoam ball and cut a wedge out of it. And I'm gluing in there because I've used another apple wedge and to make her face. So I put that in front of the jute and put this in the back of the jute.
Terry, we're offering free instructions on this project today. Are they also available in your stores?
They sure are.
Along with all of the supplies and instructions at Joanne Fabrics and Crafts.
That's right.
And New York Fabrics and Crafts.
That's right.
Thank you so much for sharing this angel project today.
Thank you. It was
we'll
fun.
see you soon. If you'd like to write for those free instructions, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to G719, Aline's Terracotta Angel, Box 9500, Buellton, California. The newest in the Aline's Faux Stained Glass series, these floral bevel glass designs will look stunning with any home decor. With this simple gluing technique, anyone can capture the elegance of stained glass. The secret to this technique is painting with tissue paper to create the look of real stained glass. Kit includes one 5x7 bevel glass unfinished wood base, 6 colors of tissue paper, 3 floral patterns, Aline's reverse collage and 3D foiling glues, foil and the Aleene's faux stained glass instruction book. To order, call 1-800-825-3363.
So, what do you need when it's hours since lunch and years until dinner, but you really want something and your stomach is saying, have one of these, while your brain is saying, don't even think about it and, oh, that's attractive, but this might be perfectly awful to eat because you crave something different than the usual stuff that might make you feel great and not icky, that's wild and alive and zesty and zingy and quite frankly perfect? The 8.
With a full serving of vegetables, it might just make you feel better.
You're just a bit plain. Let's give you some color, some snap, something a little saucy. New easy recipe from Bird's Eye, the fresh look for vegetables.
Dear Murphy's, you did it. Murphy's Kitchen Care really is a safe cleaner. I cleaned spaghetti sauce off my painted wall with the leading cleaner and Murphy's Kitchen Care. Both took off the sauce, but Murphy's was much safer on the paint. Thanks for the safe clean.
Today from Aleene's Big Book of Crafts, Heidi's going to share some more wonderful ideas with you, some on home decor, some on kids, and some on holiday decorations.
Well, the Aleene's Big Book of Crafts has something for everyone. If it's kids or adults, and I think that it can be very, very adult-looking, or kids can do it because everything's very easy to do. I wouldn't do it unless it was very simple to do. Today I brought from the No Sew Magic card selection, I brought the towel holder and the embellished towel, and this is all glued. There is no sewing in there.
And yet it's all completely washable on the towel, because what did you use? You used to wash it.
I used the fusible web on that one, on the towel. And the holder is all done with no-sew glue. Put a little bit of batting up in the hearts and cover with fabric and just glue it all together.
And of course, all the instructions are complete. And again, I love it because they give you a great big picture of the project. And of course, very good instructions and always the patterns.
Yeah, it's like a recipe for crafting. You have your ingredients here and your directions here. Your patterns are on the back if the pattern is needed.
Anyone can follow it, even a beginner.
It's a great collection. Okay, I also brought bubble bottle necklaces from the Easy Group Projects. These are bottles that are from, the shampoo bottles that are from like your hotels, and using the special, there's a pattern on the back, you cut this little pattern out, shrink it, and you actually can put your bubbles in there, just put some detergent in there and blow bubbles, so you can make your own bubble blower.
And the kids love it.
But also that's a great boutique or bazaar project, because it's getting things putting together that you don't have, you'd already have.
Again, another children's project.
That's the Easy Group project, the strawberry basket bird cage. And I did this because so many people were asking, what do you do with those baskets? And you can make a little bird cage.
With summertime, they're going to collect a lot of strawberries in baskets. Real cute idea to do. Now, this particular one on the holidays, I really like.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite, too. This is Christmas fun. These are paper garlands. And there's all kinds of ways you can do garlands. And we've selected the snowman. We've selected some hearts. Isn't that fun?
While you're doing that, can we say something about the new book you're working on?
Well,
it's a little early, but it's Christmas.
I guess so. Oh, I'm working on a new Christmas book. That's right. Yeah. It'll be out in 1996. Right. I forget which projects I'm doing. Again, let's go back to, she gets all excited on all these projects. Let's go back to the garland. Here's your all your patterns. It shows you how to lay it out, tells you step by step how to lay it out. And I think these are fun for any occasion. I mean, even if you did these like in red here for Valentine's Day. Isn't that great?
And wouldn't this be cute for a wedding, above a wedding table?
And these are out of
table.
gift wrap paper, and you just tape them together if you don't have enough of the length.
Let's tell them a little bit about the book, because I think we've forgotten to say some of the
We're saving the best for last. The Big Book is a collection of craft cards, and it's by subscription. Every month, if you subscribe to it, you get 2 packets of cards, and there's about 10 cards in each one, plus a newsletter, an index, and tips and techniques.
Now, if by any chance, though, they didn't want to keep it?
They're never under any obligation to keep any of the packs, which I can't believe that anybody would not want some of the packs. So you get, for a free startup kit, you get the binder, and then you get the set of tabs, the different tabs free, and then every month they're all color coordinated, so you slip them into each one of the tabs, and there's a newsletter, there's tips and techniques.
That's what I write, the newsletter.
Right, and it kind of keeps up on the family and what we're doing, because we're a crafting family, so this keeps up with what we're doing.
Well, thank you very much, Heidi, for sharing again with us today.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with more creative living.
Let your creative ideas flow with this new assortment of Fiskars Paper Edger scissors. These innovative tools are designed to add unique edges to most types of paper. Fiskars Paper Edgers work well for paper, stationery envelopes, or for cutting out shapes. The possibilities are unlimited. Today's special offer includes all 6 edgers: pinking, scallop, zipper, wave, ripple, and jigsaw. All of these scissors can be used left or right-handed and are comfortable and fun. To order, call 1-800-825-3363. Our operators are ready to assist you. Fiskars 3-Piece Cutting Center offers the ultimate in rotary cutting. It's time-saving, accurate, and easy to use. Simply engage blade to cut layers of material such as felt and just retract the blade for storage and safety. For left or right-handed use, the Fiskars rotary cutter is also excellent for cutting fabric, paper, and much more. This special cutting center includes Fiskars rotary cutter, acrylic ruler, and self-healing cutting mat. To order, call now at 1-800-825-3363. Our operators are ready to assist you.
Mom working late? Dinner's up to Dad. And a few more dads could help simplify things. So could this. Introducing the easiest to use Whirlpool range ever. With easy touch controls, preheating's precise. Simply set the temperature. The oven calls you back when it's ready. Of course, anyone who makes a meal can make a mess. So Whirlpool's Clean Top system makes it easier. For the one who cooks a little or a lot. Because together, you and Whirlpool know how to make a home run.
There's a new wave to save. Hurry to the JCPenney Buy More, Save More wave, where kids can rock in all the coolest looks for back to school, and Mom can roll in the savings. From 20, 25, even 30% off most kids' items. The more you buy, the more you save. So do the wave. This week only at the JCPenney Kids Buy More, Save More sale. But get it in motion. Sale ends Saturday. It's wave cool.
JCPenney, doing it right.
You can create gifts galore with the Crafter's Choice Fabric Painting Kit by Duncan. And joining me again today is Chris Wallace, craft designer with Duncan. Chris, welcome back.
Thank you. It's great to be here again.
More great ideas. We're talking about gifts today. And speaking of gifts, how about a gift of this great assortment of paints?
Yes, it's wonderful. We have 24 different paints. We have 15 project sheets. We have 10 transfer sheets. We have over 100 designs in the transfer sheets available. We have templates that are used with the accent beads, and we also have a transfer pencil in the kit.
So you can buy this kit as a gift for yourself or for a friend. It's a $100 value for $39.95. But we're going to talk about the gifts that you can create with this kit.
Yes, you can create so many different gifts, and I think that a lot of people forget that there are other things besides shirts to paint on,
Yes.
because that's the traditional fabric painting surface. And we wanted to show that you could paint on anything that really was fabric. For instance, there's a photo album here, and this is covered with fabric.
Looks pretty plain right now.
It's very plain. You can iron down one of the designs and paint it with the paint. We have several different pieces that you could choose from purses to hats, all kinds of things.
Oh, and painting these up would make such a great gift.
They are great gifts, and everybody's always looking for a baby gift. So we'd like to show today painting on a bib. This is a piece that is a cut work design, and by using the brush and soft paint and a watercolor technique, you can make a quick gift for any baby.
I'm anxious to see how this is done.
This goes really well. All you do is you add water to your brush and soft paint. I like to use a round brush, quite a bit of water with this, and then I tap a little bit on my paper toweling, then go to my piece, and you will see that just touching onto the surface, it will start to bleed. And that's how you know if you have enough water in there. You know how there's a little satin stitch around the cut work? The satin stitch will stop the bleeding as long as you don't get too much on there.
I'm very impressed to see that you have thinned down that paint, and yet the color still has a very strong intensity. It's held its beautiful color.
It does, and it still washes very well. You don't need to heat set any of our paints, and it can be a beautiful gift for any child.
And you're not just limited to children's looks. I love what you're wearing.
Well, I love this vest, and all I did was use different colors out of the palette that's included in the kit, and I painted my vest.
Going back to this great kit assortment, there are 24 paints, as Chris mentioned. There are over 100 transfer designs. So in addition to just painting on, now this cut work is beautiful. It lends itself to its own design, but you can cut these transfers apart and combine and group them together for great looks.
Correct, in any kind of fabric. So don't forget the other things besides shirts.
Yes. Now, we do have a sweatshirt that we do want to tell you about today.
Yes.
We always want to present this, and sometimes we run out of time. We have a special free instruction sheet and pattern for you that's not included in the kit that's on this design.
Right. Now, this is a Jingle Bell design that we have available, and all you have to do is write in, and you'll get this design.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
You're welcome.
If you'd like to write for a free project sheet, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to G727 Scribbles Jingle Bell Ornament.
Call 800-825-3363 to order this Get Acquainted kit. Our operators are standing by to assist you.
Brought to you by Pace Thick and Chunky Salsa. Pace knows what Mexican sauce should taste like.
More paste, thick, and chunky salsa. Here. This ain't paste, thick, and chunky salsa. So? Pace has got big chunks of tomatoes, onions, and peppers. Perfect for dipping.
And it's made in San Antonio, where folks know what salsas taste like.
This stuff's made in New York City.
New York City? Pick up the thick and chunky one. Pick up the paste.
Animal.
The city never sleeps. When we go home, the professional cleaners go to work with their pro-strength cleaning formulas, like Pro 409 Spray Cleaner. Super concentrated for the toughest cleaning jobs. To clean like a pro, get Pro 409.
What do you need when it's hours since lunch and your stomach says, have one of these, and your brain says, wrong, and you want something good that's zesty and zingy and quite frankly perfect? V8.
With a full serving of vegetables, it might just make you feel better.
We've combined the art of instant decoupage with flower pressing to bring you a great new kit. And joining me to tell you all about it is Tiffany.
Thank you. This is a great new kit. As you mentioned, we're combining the art of Aline's instant decoupage with flower press. You know, pressing flowers is so popular these days, and we thought we'd make a very pretty flower press that you could display on your table.
Right. Now, how do we go
ahead
about
and
it?
get started. Well, we've been showing our beautiful example here, and you can notice here that you can put a lot of layers in this flower press. You can see how long these pieces are to layer your cardboard and your pressed flowers.
Well, two pieces of wood, but you do want to put a type of paper under it and over the flowers that you're pressing. Do that absorb some of the moisture?
In this kit, we have just an ivory color that you can use as a base coat or as a finish coat. If you wanted to use it as a base coat and you have some other colors of acrylic paint at home, you can actually use any color that you'd like over this. You're probably going to need 2 coats, so put a coat on, let it dry, and apply a second coat. I'm going to set this aside here, if I can hand that to you. I have a piece here that is dry, and this is the paper scrap. Now, it has an unusual name. It's really not scraps of paper, but beautiful floral Victorian paper. And what you want to do is cut those pieces out, and you just snip them. And you'll notice on the piece that I have cut here that you want to round off the edges. This is where all those little tabs were, and that just gives it a prettier presentation when you actually glue this down. Then you're going to take your Aline's Instant Decoupage. Remember, this is a glue, sealer, and finish all in one.
That makes it very, very quick.
And I'm using the gloss finish today. We also have a matte finish that would be beautiful. I want to be certain and put a generous but smooth coat underneath, and be certain that I have this piece glued down completely. And then I'm going to coat over the top. You know, it's beautiful too because you can see these brush strokes. Follow along with that design and add some more of that instant decoupage glue and keep giving it some texture. Let me add another piece here.
Super easy with these scraps.
Very quick. Wouldn't this be beautiful sitting on your table while your flowers are being pressed? And with the paper scrap that we do have included in the kit, there's plenty for you to cover and fill up the entire side of the heart. You'd want to, let me get rid of the little scrap right there. You'd want to set this aside and let it dry overnight. Again, just coat right over the top. You really only need one coat of the Aleene's Instant Decoupage. If you want to add 2 coats, you just let them dry in between.
It gives a beautiful finish to it. Look at the finished piece what you get for a display.
Also in the kit, we are including the piece of the gold braid. You can use the Aleene's Instant Decoupage glue, finish and sealer, to glue that right along the edge. I would suggest you use straight pins to just hold it while it's drying.
Let's take a look at the kit here.
We have the 2 hearts made from wood. There's the foam brush. We have the paint, the gold cord, the instant decoupage gloss, the paper scrap, everything you need to complete this project.
Thank you, Tiffany. And for free instructions, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to A506 Decoupage Flower Press.
Call 800-825-3363 to order this Get Acquainted kit. Our operators are standing by to assist you.
The story of 2 houses. 4 years ago, the Taylor house was painted. In the same year, the Baker house had beautiful vinyl siding from Sears installed. Today, the Taylor house is peeling and cracking again. But the Baker house, with vinyl siding from Sears, looks as good as the day it was installed.
If you want to enhance the beauty of your entire home, or if you have a brick home with just hard-to-paint eaves or overhangs, do it right with virtually maintenance-free vinyl siding from Sears. Call right now and make no payments with no interest accrual until January 1996 on premium vinyl siding.
So if you want your home to look fresh and new year after year and enjoy big savings, don't pick up a paintbrush, pick up a phone and call for your free estimate now.
Call 1-800-641-9911 now and make no payments with no interest accrual until January 1996. This is a limited time offer, so act now.
Today we'd like to share some very clever shrink-it jewelry. And joining me is Barbara Evans. Welcome to Creative Living.
Thank you, Tiffany. I'm very pleased to be here today.
I'm delighted to see what you have created with Aleene Shrink-It.
Thank you very much.
Let's go ahead and put our pieces in the oven. We're going to start them shrinking, and then Barbara will explain how she got to this step. And you can use your regular oven at home or a toaster oven. Okay, what's our first step?
First step is to take the pattern, put the clear Shrink-It over it, trace it with a very fine tip permanent marker.
And look at the very fine detail that she has in her designs here. I noticed you also have a tiny little mark then for where you're going to hole punch these.
Yes, I do.
All right, next step.
Turn the traced piece over and with a very fine sandpaper, sand it gently in a small circular motion.
And why are we sanding this?
You're sanding it so that it will be rough enough that you can color it with colored pencils.
Otherwise, those colored pencils won't stick.
And after you've sanded it, you might want to dust it off. Then you simply take your colored pencils and color it just as if you were doing a coloring book. I like to work with a little pencil sharpener right here because you wear the tips down very quickly.
Keep that point very sharp. Let me turn this over so you can see then. Remember, on the front side is where you have placed the pen marks, the very fine detail of the black pen. And on the back side, then we are coloring these because when it shrinks, you can see through. All right, what comes next?
Next, you want to cut them apart, just roughly, and punch the holes next. And then as soon as you've done that, then you will cut it out all the way around.
What size hole punch are you using that's smaller than a normal hole punch that we find for office use?
That's true. This is a 1/8 inch craft punch.
Right.
But office supply stores do sell 1/8 inch hole punches if
so
you
be sure
ask
now
them.
For that. So you want to be certain and do all of your cutting, all of your coloring, everything before you pop those into the oven.
Yes.
And we placed the shrink it on a baking board. And do you need to prepare that board before you actually put those pieces on
No, you do
I'm gonna
not.
turn this up just a little bit, see if we can. Sometimes it takes a few moments or actually minutes before those start shrinking, and you'll notice that you may have to test the heat in your oven. We always like to start low in the oven. You don't want those pieces to shrink too fast. And let's come down then. As we mentioned, we're using the Alene Shrink It baking board. If you have very large pieces, you can put two side by side. Let's go back to our oven. I see our pieces, they're starting to shrink. I turned the heat up just a little bit, and you can see that the cats are starting to curl a little bit here. How long will those take to shrink?
Usually 2 or 3 minutes.
You can see that they're starting to shrink. They sometimes pause when the oven needs to reheat, so don't worry about it. They may pause for a moment, but they're completely finished once they start to curl up and lay flat again. And they shrink to about 60% of their original size. And of course, going back and looking at our finished examples, those holes that you punched in there then would be used for the jump rings to attach the
Yes,
pieces
they would
together.
be. And because these have holes in them, it's easy to tell when they've shrunk back down to their maximum smallness, because the holes, which are oval, while they're shrinking, have returned to round.
Barbara, thank you so much for sharing these ideas today.
You're welcome.
We'll see you again, hopefully very soon.
Thank you very much.
If you'd like to write for the free instructions, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to A505 Shrink It Bracelet. Today's crafting time idea was submitted by Diane Carter from Henrietta, Oklahoma.
And she has a wonderful idea, again, for a gift or to sell at a bazaar.
Aren't these beautiful? These are ribbon weaving hearts. And we have a project this month also that featured that around the brim. And using the Alene Stick Designer Tacky Glue, then she attaches those woven ribbons then to the base and adds some other ribbons and pearls and beads. We also have a photograph that we would like to share of Diane. Thank you so much for sharing your project and your photograph. If you'd like to write for the free instructions, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to A489 Braided Accessories. And here's a recap of today's show. If you'd like to subscribe to the Alene's Big Book of Crafts, just give us a call at 1-800-825-3363.
And our free write-in offers are G719 Terracotta Angel, A506 Decoupage Flower Press, G727 Scribbles Jingle Bell Ornament.
Get acquainted kits are 6195A Duncan Crafter's Choice Fabric Painting Kit. It's $39.95, and 62395 Alene's Decoupage Flower Press. It's $19.95. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll see you again on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
City of Hope Celebrity Softball Challenge 95, Wednesday, August 23rd.
You're watching TNN, the Nashville Network, the #1 source for country music, entertainment, and information.
Tuesday, circle round for a little song.
Maybe I'm wasting God's time.
And a lot of good times. Emmylou Harris, Rodney Crowell, plus Hal Ketchum join Carlene Carter.
I'm so happy that y'all are here that I'm just tickling myself.
Carlene Carter, Circle of Song. Tuesday, 8 Eastern on TNN.
Live from the Opryland Hotel in Nashville, the American General Life and Accident Insurance Company presents The Ralph Emery Show. With today's guests, David Lee Murphy and Margot Smith. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Ralph Emery.
Welcome to our wake-up show from Nashville.
And I hope your life, wherever you live, is good this morning. There's a very sunshiny lady sitting right here. I don't know this lady. I just spoke to her a moment ago. Would you step up here with me? I want to see who this is. You are? Now I want you to turn around so that camera right there can take a picture of you.
I'm Elaine Sims.
From?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Well, what's going on in Big Orange Country?
Well, we ran away from home today, so I really don't know what's happening in Big Orange.
What do you mean you ran away from home?
Well, you know, I never wanted to do that as a child. But I just decided I needed to run away from home, and I did, and I've got my friends.
My name is Noel, and I have a happiness.
Noel will return after these messages.
BKTV at the movies.
I love this place!
Burger King celebrates the magic of Aladdin, Disney's all-new animated adventure. And now, only at Burger King, you can get an Aladdin Magic Cup free.
Whoa, corporate, let's move!
If you love the movie, you'll love the cup. Fill it with an ice-cold drink, and it magically changes color. And it's free when you order this, one of these, and a 32-ounce soft drink.
It's your way right away.
I love this place!
From the guy who brought you Saved by the Bell.
Who is that guy?
The raddest new band, the year's best new show.
Kind of like 90210 without all the crime.
Hot bods, cool kids, and the ultimate rock and roll fantasy. Come down from the heights and head to the beach. The summer never ends with California Dreams. NBC tomorrow and every Saturday morning.
And now, back to Noel.
Yes, Herman's tear of joy had become Noel's happiness.
I wonder what the world will hold for me.
I couldn't care less.
Gosh, you're pretty.
It's not proper to speak until we have been introduced.
Oh, well, who are you?
You don't know? I am Miss Friesenda, the Ice Maiden, if you please. I am a very unusual and precious ornament.
I'm just Noel, but I have a happiness.
How terribly middle class.
Finally, Noel and Miss Friesenda were placed with 10 other ornaments into a cardboard box. All of them together were something called a dozen.
Where are we?
In the box thing, stupid. Each in our own little compartment.
But we can't see each other this way.
I rather enjoy that.
Not me.
You're a pest.
But what about the others?
I couldn't care less.
Hi, my name is Noel, and I have a happiness.
Quiet!
Come on, we're trying to sleep.
Yeah, we have a little peace.
And who's making all that racket?
Then the box that held the dozen was delivered to a truly magical place. The afternoon of Christmas Eve in a 5 and 10 cent store. Back in those days, that was the only place some folks could afford to be merry.
Wow!
Will somebody please shut that greenhorn up?
Hey, what are those big things walking around?
Don't shout. They are called people things.
Some of them are littler.
Oh, honestly, they are children things.
I like the children things.
It figures. You would.
Look respectable, Noel. We are a thing called for sale. And we want to be a thing called bought.
Finally, one of the people things, Noel found out she was a thing called a mother, bought the dozen and brought them home.
beauty. Cost 50 cents down at Smitty's coal yard, but...
Oh, darling, it's worth every penny. And look at these.
Hey, they're swell. Ah, Merry Christmas, dear.
Miss Friesenda.
Don't ask. We are in a thing called a home.
What's a home thing?
A people thing's box.
Children thing. Hey, look at everything. It's Christmas. Not yet. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's my favorite. Let's play. I love you. Do you want to go on the tree?
Whoops! That's not a good idea, honey.
Now come on, all of you. It's time for dinner.
Gotta wash our hands. Already washed. Wash them again. Why? Santa's watching. Yeah, everything counts with Santa. She loves me.
Noel looked up at a stately evergreen whose mighty branches were like great strong arms.
Hi, my name is Noel, and I have a happiness.
Wonderful. My name is Brutus. Glad to know you.
Kindly Brutus became Noel's first friend. He was very patient. He didn't mind answering any of Noel's 1,001 questions.
What's happening now, Brutus?
It's become a thing called Christmas Eve. The reason you were made and I was born.
It feels like magic.
When the children things were tucked into a thing called bed, the people things came back downstairs and went to work.
Here's a good spot for you, little fella.
I get it. What a neat idea. Hey, look at me.
Oh, Noel, please shut up.
After the dozen, along with several other dozens, were hung onto Brutus's strong arms.
All right, dear. Plug 'em in.
Noel met the Mazda sisters, a delightful, if slightly world-weary bunch.
My name's Noel, and I have a happiness. Hi, Noel, sweetie. She winked at me.
Then, of course, there was the Tinsel Clan, a flighty group, but very necessary. Then, under Brutus's lower arms were placed many colorful boxes tied with bright and fancy ribbons. And around all this, the father thing placed a toy electric train named McIves, which he'd owned since he was a child.
Season's greetings, season's greetings, season's greetings, season's greetings.
Hi, McGives. My name is Noel, and I have a happiness.
Can't talk, can't talk, can't talk, can't talk.
Why can't you talk? Brutus, what's old McIves so busy about?
He's trying to catch his tail.
Why?
Don't know, but it seems very important for toy electric trains to catch their tails.
Darling?
And then a special place was made for one final thing to be lovingly placed under Brutus.
What's that down there, Brutus? I can't see inside.
Just a little toy stable.
But why would they have a toy stable?
Well, Noel, somehow that little stable is the thing that tonight is all about.
Then finally, with that weary wonder that only parent things can know on Christmas Eve, they realized the job was finished. As they'd done every year, and as their parents had done before them, they had taken holiday trinkets and made Christmas magic.
Huh? What's this I feel now? It's so lovely.
It's a thing called peace and goodwill. You're quite remarkable to be able to feel it. Usually it's reserved for the people things and animals, and sometimes us trees.
I guess. Maybe. It's because I have a happiness.
I guess maybe it is.
Hours passed, but it seemed only an instant. For suddenly, it was the thing called Christmas morning. The world got brighter and brighter, and happier and happier.
Yay! I got my teddy bear!
Oh, it was a wonderful time. There were toys, and there was laughter, and presents were exchanged, and there was laughter. And loved ones visited, and there was laughter. And even more presents were opened, and there was even more laughter. McIves ran around his track.
Seasons, greetings, seasons, greetings, seasons, greetings, seasons.
And there was laughter. And good things were eaten, and there was laughter. And good kisses were kissed. And then, to top everything off, there was more laughter. Oh, it was a wonderful time, which went on for 7 whole day and night things. But then it became a terrible thing called January 2nd.
Back to normal.
They're gonna put us in that old dark box again, Brutus. Why?
Because it's all over.
He's not gonna get me. I won't go. Uh-oh.
Goodbye, little fellow. Goodbye. Keep that happiness of yours. Never lose it.
Noel never saw Brutus again.
Noel will return after these messages.
Linda, I'm not really your boyfriend. I'm an actor. What? This house, it's just a set. Your parents? They're extras. Oh, Mac, here, have a Sprite. See, Linda? It's all an illusion. The only thing that isn't fake is this and us. Linda?
Catch Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone 2, now playing. Rated PG.
What makes everything so Rick-smacking? Rick-smacking, oh good. Cool Rick's the one with that rich creamy taste. Cool Rick's the one.
You'd never think that kids' tools could be so realistic. But with the Fisher-Price Action Workshop, well, sawing is believing.
Saved by the Bell, the #1 Saturday morning show. #1 on your block. #1 in the world.
Don't blame me.
And NBC is the only place to find brand new episodes. You made it the #1 international hit. NBC's got it.
Cool.
Saved by the Bell, NBC tomorrow and every Saturday morning.
And now, back to Noel.
Noel and the rest of the dozen were put into a high, dusty, dark thing called an attic, where they became a thing called forgotten. But as it always does, the thing called time moved relentlessly from season to season, and it became a thing called spring, then a thing called summer. And eventually, it was a thing called autumn, a time for pumpkins and turkeys. Then came that truly glorious day when the first snow of the year fell. And then finally...
Hey, it's back again. The good thing. The wonderful, beautiful, Christmasful thing.
time, like the little electric train, had chased its tail around the universe and arrived at Christmas once more.
I still love you again.
There was a new tree named Harold, but almost everything else was the same as the year before. The family, the friends, the Mazda sisters, the tinsel clan, the brightly wrapped packages, the mysterious little stable, and of course...
Season's greetings, season's greetings, season's greetings, season's greetings.
Hi, guys.
Careful, Noel.
Phew, thanks. Harold, what's inside that little stable down there? Brutus said it's the thing that Christmas is all about.
Well, I guess Brutus was right.
But it seemed that almost before it started, Christmas was over again. Noel said goodbye to Harold, and the attic thing was his prison once more. And in this way, year followed year, a bittersweet blend of joy and attics. After Harold, there was Bernard. After Bernard, there was Anthony, and Gregory, and Irving, and Jock. But as the years passed, Noel sensed that a subtle change seemed to come over everything.
Hey, the children things are getting bigger.
Oh, Noel, must you always be so dramatic?
They're getting to look almost like the people things.
I couldn't care less.
Indeed, the children things had become people things. Then came the things that changed all things. Things such as graduations, and engagements, and weddings, and war. Then one day, years later, Noel heard something terrible from down below.
Oh, what's the use? Kids scattered all over the country with families of their own. Let's not bother with a tree this year.
All right, dear.
Oh, no! No Christmas! No more Christmas!
Good. A vacation at last.
And as the long, lonely attic years continued to pass, Noel finally fell into a deep and seemingly endless sleep. It was lucky that he slept, for he missed the thing called heartbreak which visited the house. He missed the things called wills and auctions. He never heard the words, just leave that junk in the attic, it's of no use. Noel never heard the terrible final sound the lock made as it shut off life and warmth and joy from the old empty house, leaving it with the ghosts of long-ago Christmases which everyone had forgotten. And as the years crept slowly by, the dozens slept on. Like the house, their bright colors faded and chipped. Indeed, everything seemed over. I say seemed over because when you have a happiness, nothing is ever completely gone. And perhaps it was the happiness working its magic. Who knows?
Kids! $22. Got it down at the mall.
It's worth every penny. Look, I found these old ornaments in the attic. Maybe they'll look pretty with all the new plastic ones.
Merry Christmas, honey. Oh.
Merry Christmas!
What's merry about going back to work?
Brand new children things! Hey, look at everything! It's Christmas!
Not yet, tomorrow. Tomorrow's my favorite.
Let's play!
You. Christmas is not till tomorrow.
Now, come on, all of you. It's time for dinner.
Nope. These are just too chipped and old to use.
Chipped and old. Chipped and old. What does he mean by that?
Not pretty, I guess.
Not pretty? Oh, of all the... Oh, put me on that tree. I insist. Put me on that tree.
It's no use. They don't want us. Here comes the lid.
Wait, we could use this little fellow to balance out that branch in the back.
Goodbye, Miss Frizenda. Goodbye. Gee, she didn't even say goodbye.
Seems she's too worried about being chipped and old.
Oh, hi. My name is Noel, and I have a happiness.
Call me Abraham.
Yes, there was a new tree, but all the old friends were back, including...
Season's greetings, season's greetings.
Hi, Noel!
Long time, long time, long time, long time. No see.
Hi, Miss guys. Merry Christmas. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, the little old red ornament. It's broken.
But somehow, Noel was still aware. He was on the floor, he knew that, and for the first time, he could look into the tiny stable.
Why, there's little toy people things, and a little toy children thing. The thing it's all about.
And then there was the thing called a miracle. For now that his old glass body was no more, the happiness that was really Noel was released.
My name is Noel, and I have a... No, I am a happiness.
And being pure, unadulterated happiness, it could go anywhere.
Hey, it's the world thing. The thing called the world. And it's Christmas all over the place. Goodbye, old house. There's a lot more of Christmas for me to see. I'll race the Christmas dawn around the world. I'll meet all the other people in all the other houses. Houses made of wood, houses made of brick, old houses, new houses, rich houses, poor houses, big houses, small houses. Houses so tall I can hardly see the top. Houses made of grass, houses made of snow, castles and bungalows, chateaus and pagodas and wigwams. And each has its own set of people and children things.
But some spoke different tongues with different ways of life. Some had never even heard of Christmas.
Who cares? I've got enough happiness for everybody.
For wonder of wonders, little Noel had become the pure joy of Christmas. And he would live on forever in the happy hearts of all mankind.
Noel will return after these messages.
Introducing new pull-ups training pants. They're as different as girls and boys. Look, these new boy pull-ups put customized leakage protection right where boys need it. And new girl pull-ups are customized too. It's a whole new kind of pull-ups with customized leakage protection for a whole new kind of big kid confidence.
Mommy, wow! I'm a big kid now.
I told you Kmart would have a great price on Rayovac alkaline batteries.
Which do we need, AA, C, or D?
E.
E?
All of the above.
Why don't you get me that Canon Mega Zoom 76 camera for Christmas?
Wow, it makes the jewelry department look so close. Great necklace.
There is a way you can get even closer.
I'll take it.
I think we found enough to stuff everyone's stocking.
And we didn't even have to empty our pockets.
You know how kids get obsessed with things? With my grandson, Billy, that thing is trains. He makes choo-choo sounds whenever he sees them. Point is, Rose and I were out shopping and see this incredible toy, a motorized train kids can ride on, called the Play School Ride-Around Train. It had Billy's name all over it. Works two ways, chugs around on a circular track and runs off the track so he can choo-choo all over. My daughter says I'm spoiling him. I say I'm feeding his imagination.
Tonight on Jay's show, Bill Cosby and Carol Leifer.
The Tonight Show, because pop culture is better than no culture.
All right? We'll share a bottle of fizz and you can tell me everything that's been going on with you, okay, kid?
I'd love to.
Good. Come on.
The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that.
Another bottle, Mr. Santangelo. Thank you.
Take that away from me, the way your smile.
This is turning out to be the best night I can remember.
I always try to look after my friends.
The way you haunt my dreams. No, no, they can't take.
So let me see. You started out as a maid, then you graduated to housekeeper, and now you're his personal assistant. This Bernard Dimes. He's a nice guy, huh?
He's very nice. In fact, I can truthfully say that you and Mr. Dimes are the only two men who never tried to take advantage of me.
Hey, Gary. It wasn't that I didn't want to. You just weren't ready.
Am I ready now?
That was something else, baby.
And I didn't even think I remembered how.
Oh, you remembered, sweetheart. You know, I thought about you a lot. Wondered how you were getting on.
Without your help, I wouldn't even be alive right now. Wycheck would have seen to that.
I guess I should warn you. Wycheck's still around. He climbed the ranks. Got himself a string of whorehouses.
I hope I never run across him again. He almost did me in. But I'm a survivor, aren't I, Gino?
You sure are, kid.
I guess I gotta get going.
You want me to get you a cab?
Thanks.
Here you go. Cab fare. If there's anything left over, buy yourself a little trinket.
You son of a bitch. You think I'm still a whore, don't you, Gino?
Hey, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
Damn you!
Hey, listen. If I thought you were a whore, I would have handed you the going rate. Come on, the money's just a present. I give it to all my girlfriends. What's the big deal?
Well, I'm not one of your girlfriends, mister. And if I was still a whore, it'd cost you a hell of a lot more than that.
Calm down!
Oh, go to hell! I should have known. You're no different than the rest of them. Get lost, Gino Santangelo, and I hope I never lay my eyes on your ugly face again.
My partners and I think that your idea of a hotel in Las Vegas is a promising one. And since we've decided to back you, this will hold you for a couple of months.
You won't be disappointed.
I never have been, Gino. You've learned well over the years. This is going to be a big deal. Very big.
Yes! I don't get it.
You service his wife, he ends up giving you money.
I wish it was always that simple.
Mr. Smith, I'm delighted to inform you that you are indeed pregnant.
I come home, the phone is ringing. I think it's him, but it's them, those people telling me I have to come back to AT&T. Save big, we're bigger. Excuse me, since when do AT&T and savings go together? MCI guarantees I'll be happy with the service and I get the savings, instant credit on wrong numbers, the works. Try and pin AT&T down. Like, are these just savings off AT&T's own rates, or can you beat what I get with MCI? Just give me the facts. Dead silence.
Don't get pressured by AT&T. Get the facts. Mannington has invented a new floor that breaks the shine barrier. Introducing Mannington Gold. Its new surface resists scuffs, scratches, and dents to keep shining twice as long as Armstrong's best floors. Discover the lasting beauty of Mannington Gold, a shining example of what a floor should be.
We were obsessed for years about calories. Calories, calories, calories.
Diane Carroll makes the healthy choice.
I think we've all become much more educated. Counting calories is important, but really not as important as low cholesterol, low fat, low sodium.
Delicious healthy choice entrees are made with lean meats, light sauces, 20 taste-tempting varieties to help you keep your heart healthy.
And that's why I like this. That's why I like Healthy Choice.
Listen to your heart. Make the healthy choice.
Sal, have you checked the batteries in the flashlight lately?
Yeah, sure. I'm tense.
A reminder to check your batteries with the new copper top tester. It's free and only from Duracell.
From Touchstone Pictures, would you give up everything you have for everything you ever wanted? Then meet Mr. Destiny, rated PG-13. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
Jackie Collins' Lucky Chances will return following these messages.
There are some secrets that should never be revealed.
How could you? He didn't know I was married. I kept it a secret, too. I had no idea he was your son. I want you and your baby out of my house. I won't let you go to her. Do you know how sordid this is?
Generations on NBC.
You better move real fast if you want to try Chilito. Whoa, it's a limited time, only better get on the road if you want to try Chilito. Taco Bell. 50 beef and a sauce with tons of cheddar and a soft tortilla. Now, buddy, you better pull out the stops if you want to try Chilito. Just 79 cents. You better make a run right now for the border. You better move like a cheetah if you want to try Chilito.
If you think banks are just alike, we could show you a thing or two, especially if you think one savings plan is pretty much like another. Sure, choices are confusing, but at Jefferson Bank, we help you tell them apart. Then pick out the one you need. No two ways about it. There's no reason to get rattled about a savings plan unless you still don't have one at Jefferson Bank, in which case you should think twice. You need a savings account to stand on your own 2 feet.
Discover the JCPenney Columbus Day sale going on now. Save on great names like Levi's Dockers, Hager, Van Heusen, Arizona, and Jordache. Plus save on fleece fashions, luggage, Priscilla's, lamps, and more. And outfit the whole crew during the $1 million shoe sale with savings of 15 to 50% on every shoe in stock. At Columbia Mall Columbia and Capitol Mall Jefferson City, discover fashion. Discover JCPenney, where fashion comes to life.
Joe Mockins Toyota, Mid-Missouri's #1 volume Toyota dealer, wants to welcome you to their new dealership at 900 Bernadette Drive with a 4-day welcome celebration sale this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. Every 1990 Toyota and every used vehicle on the lot will be marked with sale prices for this special event. Tercels from $64.60, trucks from $69.40, Corollas with air from $99.90, Camrys with air from $11,470, Celicas with air from $12,480. Don't miss the welcome celebration sale now through Monday at Joe Mockins Toyota, now at 900 Bernadette Drive, Columbia.
Lucky Chances continues, starring Vincent Irizarry, Anne-Marie Johnson, and David McCollum.
You know, Costa, it's taken us 8 years to get here, but it's finally all coming together. Sierra is going to be the finest hotel and gambling casino that Vegas has ever seen.
You're taking a big chance, Gino. Building a hotel in the middle of nowhere. Could lose everything. It's a risk.
Costa, this is my dream, and it's going to be a smash. Thanks. You and I, we've been through the war together. Now we're going to have some good times. This is what people want. Why shouldn't we provide and make a bundle at the same time, huh?
Yeah, well, I can't argue with that.
With Oswald Duke's syndicate of investors, we got all the cash we could ever use. And once this hotel's in full action, we're gonna be making money up the kazoo. It's like building a bank.
They say it'll be 16 months before it's finished.
So they tell me.
A lot of cash flow to produce.
So what? Duke's not gonna let us down, no way.
Gino, you never know who's gonna let you down. Or when.
Costa, always the voice of gloom.
No. Reason is the word you're searching for.
Gloom suits you better.
Oh, my God, what a tall glass of water.
Yeah.
Where do you ship them in from? Every week it's a different one. Don't you ever get tired?
Tired? What's that?
Gino, you should fall in love.
Ah, forget about it.
It works. Look at me and Jen.
Well, you're just lucky. And so am I. Hey, I like my freedom.
Well, Jennifer wants me to ask you out to Long Island next weekend. Can I say yes?
Another one of her girlfriends?
This time I'll make sure it's a princess.
Yeah, well, you better. Hey, doll, come on, let's get out of here.
Ladies. Nice. We have a carload of high rollers coming in tonight, so I want everybody on their best behavior. Their best bad behavior. Didn't the maid tell you? We don't open until 6 o'clock.
Baby, one look at you and I can promise you I'll be back. But that ain't why I'm here.
State your business and get out.
Well, we found ourselves one tough little cookie.
All right, fellas. Tell me what you want and then beat it.
Nothing much. Just a piece of the juicy action you got going here.
I already pay protection.
Who you pay, sweet stuff?
Does the name Bonatti mean anything to you? Because if it does, I suggest you move out of here fast because Mr. Bonatti does not like anyone stepping on his territory.
You tell him we're here for Whitejack. You tell him our boss wants in and there's going to be big trouble. You got it, sweet stuff?
knew it'd catch up to me. What? My past. I should have never come back to this life. I wouldn't have if it weren't for my son. I had to do something to support us. This is the only thing I know.
Well, it's not like you do anything yourself, Carrie. You look after the girls and you make sure that they're taken care of. Who is this White-Jack guy anyway?
He's my past. And if he ever finds me, I'm finished. I'm so happy you could come today, Gino.
Hey, Jen, nothing's gonna keep me away from your home cooking.
Well, you find the right woman, Gino. I'll teach her how to cook.
Yeah. Nag. What kind of blackmail is this?
Leave him alone. He's happy.
Why should he be?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you had company.
Oh. Hello, dear.
We didn't expect you back so soon. Did you eat? No.
Oh, you remember Mr. Santangelo, don't you?
Of course I remember Mr. Santangelo.
Hi.
Hi. But does he remember me?
Should I?
Well, I certainly hope so. He gave me my very first dance.
I know, don't tell me. You're Costa's niece, and your name is...
Maria.
Maria.
I love this house. When I was a kid, I used to jump over the fence from Uncle Costa's and play in the garden over here. The people who used to live here had 3 Persian cats, and I used to get in trouble for chasing them.
You got into trouble? Little Miss Innocent?
Don't be so sure about that.
So you're real close to Costa and Jen, huh?
I spent most of my weekends with them since my mother died.
Oh, yeah, how long ago was that?
7 years.
I'm sorry.
Well, what about me?
One glass is enough for you, kid.
How come?
Are you sure you're even old enough to drink?
I'm 18. I think that's old enough to do just about anything I want.
Oh, yeah? And what do you want? Hey!
I want to marry you and live in this house, Gino. I'm not kidding. I knew it the first time I saw you at Jen and Costa's wedding. What's the matter?
This is not right. I'm too old for you. I've been around too long to start anything with someone like you. You're untouched goods.
What's the matter with me?
That's just it, kid. There's nothing the matter with you. Come on. Get up. I'm taking you back to Costa and Jen's. I'm gonna do the right thing for once in my life. Come on.
It's all right. I'll wait. I waited 12 years. A few more months aren't gonna make any difference.
See you in Vegas in, what, 3 days?
Yeah, if I can tear myself away from my beautiful wife.
Hey, I don't blame you. Thanks, Jen. I ate too much. I slept too much. I had the best time.
Well, it's nice to see you relax for a change, Gino. You know you're welcome here anytime.
Yeah, well, don't think I'm not going to take you up on that. Where's Maria? I was hoping to say goodbye.
Goodbye isn't what you wanted to say. I saw the two of you together.
Goodbye, Jen.
Bye-bye.
Gino, Maria's not your type. You got all the women you could ever want. New York, Las Vegas, you name it. So leave Maria alone. She's a decent girl.
Are you serious, Costa? Maria? Come on. I never even thought of her in that way. She's a child, a baby.
This is me you're talking to, Gino. Me, Costa. I know you like I know myself. So don't give me any of your bull, because I got your number. Just don't get involved with my niece. Okay?
Hey, you got my word on it, all right?
Okay.
See you.
Drive safe.
This is not fair.
What isn't?
You.
Me?
Oh, come on, don't look so innocent, all right? You know what I'm saying.
What are you saying, Gino?
You're pursuing me, Maria. Well, your uncle's gonna kill me.
Why?
You know why.
Tell me.
Because I promised to stay away. And we've seen each other every night.
Are you complaining?
Are you kidding? I don't know what I'm doing. But whatever it is, I want to do it with you.
Me too.
Do you have any idea what you're getting into here? There's no way that you need a bum like me around. You're just starting out.
But I'm starting out with you, Gino, and that is what I have always wanted.
Kiddo, you start out with me, you're gonna end up with me. Count on it.
An afternoon of playing grandparent can take quite a lot out of you. Magnesium, for example, vitamin B6, vitamin C, and valuable potassium. As nature would have it, replacing all of them is as simple as eating one Chiquita banana. In the case of twins, however, you might want to try two. Chiquita, quite possibly the world's perfect food.
Aspen Cologne for men. A compelling new experience. Aspen, now.
And now at chain stores everywhere, new Aspen Cologne for women. Come play in Aspen.
Tonight, a sauce that's chunkier than ever before. Ragu chunky garden style.
Mom, how chunky can it be? Yep, that's really chunky.
Ragu chunky garden style. When it comes to sauce, there's only one question.
Okay, listen up. If you're not playing McDonald's McMillions on NBC, you're missing a chance at winning $6 million tonight. You heard me right. One giant $6 million jackpot. And tomorrow, get a new McMillions ticket at McDonald's and watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on NBC. The money's been rolling over, and it could be up to $7 million. Watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air help an old friend get acquainted with his new family for tomorrow's winning number. You don't have a McMillions ticket? What are you waiting for? Play McMillions on NBC.
Monday, with over 20 million copies sold, Danielle Steele's Kaleidoscope. Three sisters separated as children.
I want you to find them for me.
Must face their past and risk their future for the life they never had.
You have a life to go on with. I don't.
Haunted by their mother's murder. One man holds the key to her future and her heart.
I think it's time you trusted me.
Perry King and Jacqueline Smith, the blockbuster bestseller, explodes on TV. Danielle Steele's Kaleidoscope, Monday, October 15th on NBC.
Okay, so you had this baby.
cute, drooled a lot. You couldn't wait for him to start talking. But now, he's a big, loud kid, and you can't wait for him to shut up. Time out. Your kids need you to listen, to really listen. They need to know what they say and what they think is important. The more you listen to your kids, the more confidence your kids will have. Besides, if you listen to your kid, you might just learn something.
Hi there. How you doing? Taking care of him. He's one of my favorites.
Who's in charge, huh?
I don't see her, boss. But there's the other one.
My guys came to see you, and you said you weren't going to pay him no money. That right, sister? Because if that's right, you're making a big mistake.
We pay protection to Wanati.
Well, things are changing because now you're going to be paying them to us. You look after White Jack, White Jack look after you.
Well, I'm sure we can work something out.
No reason we can't jive together. And you and me can jive pretty good. Things work out, I'll be back to visit. Meantime, keep it warm for me.
I gotta get away from here before he finds me. You can take over. You can have everything.
Don't talk crazy, Carrie. Where would you go, Carrie?
Gino Santangelo, please.
I'm sorry, Mr. Santangelo's not here.
It's important that I reach him. Will he be back soon?
No, he won't be back for a few weeks. You want to leave a message?
It doesn't matter.
And do you, Gino Santangelo, take this woman, Maria Luisa Zenocotti, to be your lawful wedded wife?
You can bet on it. I mean, I do.
Then I join you now in matrimony. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen. You may kiss the bride.
Com'è bella. Ah, look at it.
Oh.
Ma questo. Oh, Signor Zenocotti, telefono for you. Okay?
It's probably the Dukes. They're always late. Climbing takes 2 hours to put on her makeup.
How do you know this?
I was making a joke, sweetheart.
This is such a wonderful day. What a marvelous setting for a wedding. You know, Maria's always loved this place.
Yeah, I know. That's why I bought it for her.
You did what?
I bought it for you, sweetheart. It's your wedding present.
But I thought you only arranged to use the garden for us to get married in.
Kid, it's all yours. Now all I gotta do is find a few Persian cats for you to chase around. Whoa! Hey, watch it! I'm an old man!
I love you.
I love you
What's the matter, Costa?
It's bad news.
Spit it out, Costa.
It's the Dukes. They're in a car accident on the way here. Neither of them survived.
Thank you. 8 years ago, I invited you out to dinner. Does it always take you this long to accept?
Should have accepted your first offer.
You're well worth waiting for, my dear.
Thank you. Bernard, you're a very special man. To take me and Stephen in like you did without asking a question.
Oh, I don't need to ask any questions. You've already explained to me why you had to run away. That's enough.
But don't you want to know?
In time, you can tell me everything. When you're ready. It seems to me that right now, you have enough to deal with.
Thank you.
You know, Korrie, when you left, I tried to find you. I always hoped that you'd come back. Now that you're here, I never want you to worry about anything ever again. I'm here for you and Stephen. I always will be.
No, Gino, it's premature. Without Duke and his syndicate of investors, there's no way we're going to be able to continue financing the construction on the Sierra. We're going to need an influx of major new funding.
I know. I think I may have an idea where to go.
Where?
Let me deal with it my way, all right? We'll come up with the money.
How's it going, Gino?
Pretty good, NCO. Yourself?
Why'd you pick this dump?
Hey, NCO, you don't want to forget about your roots, do you? This is where it all began for us.
Bon appetit.
Thank you, Tony. It's good to come back. Besides, the spaghetti and meatballs still beat any fancy restaurant.
You're a sentimental bum, Gino. Soft. Always was your problem. Me, personally, I only eat steak at the finest restaurants with the best-looking broads.
How about your wife? Does she go with you?
She stays at home and makes lousy spaghetti. Yeah, you know, I got a son. Santino, he's a good boy.
Complimenti.
Didn't you just get hitched, Gino?
That's right.
I was kind of upset that I wasn't invited to the wedding. I mean, after all, you and me go way back. Right, Gino?
That's true, Enzio. And that's why I called this meet today.
I was kind of wondering. Kind of curious about what you wanted.
There's a deal that you're gonna want in on. A deal you don't want to miss out. Only there's a couple of things that you and I have to get clear up front. Now, if I put you into this action, there's to be no drugs involved. Now, if we could agree on that, we got ourselves a handshake deal. You want to hear about it?
I want to hear about anything that's going to make me money.
By the powers vested in me by the state of New York, you are now legally man and wife.
Aye, okay. Look, we're closed, huh?
It's payday, sugar. I made an arrangement with Bernardi. You're all mine.
Well, how do I know, huh?
You won't check it out? Call him.
Who's this?
It's a madam, the broad we saw when he was here the first time.
Where is she?
I don't know. She left.
Don't you mess with me, woman. What's her name?
Look. I got the money for you, huh? I got what you want. Here, take it. I'll pay you every week.
Listen good. I want Korrie. You hear me, whore? I want Korrie back with me where she belongs, and I'm gonna get her. Whatever it takes, I am gonna get her.
Kathy, my gosh. Are you sure? You better check the x-ray again, because I couldn't possibly have a cavity.
Fortunately, more kids brush with the toothpaste that over the years has helped prevent more cavities than any other.
This is totally amazing.
The toothpaste more dentists recommend.
All right.
Crest, to help make checkups easy.
This is an awesome checkup. What a major coup.
Crest, it's hard on cavities and easy on you.
You're my favorite dentist.
You just couldn't resist eating the last of that crunchy, sweet, crackling oat bran. How do you avoid being blamed?
Hey, Tiger.
You never saw Daddy eat the crackling oat bran.
Hiya, sweetie. You didn't eat all the crackling oat bran, did you?
With the crunchy, sweet taste of Kellogg's crackling oat bran, an open box is an empty box.
Starting right now, the more you shop at Sears, the more you get back from Sears. Thanks to the new Sears Charge Bonus Club, you can earn money-saving certificates just by using your Sears Charge. It's automatic, and the more you shop, the bigger the bonus.
The Denner XI feels like someone shampooing my hair. It feels like it's doing something. Head and Shoulders, I don't feel anything.
Both have a dandruff ingredient, but Denerex adds an extra anti-itch medicine you can feel working.
Denner X felt like it was working. It was tingling. It felt alive.
Jackie Collins' Lucky Chances will return following these messages.
Thursday, the Cosbys are expecting a new child, and the whole family can hardly wait.
This is gonna be good.
But did you really think it would be that simple?
No.
Starting Thursday, the Cosby household will never be the same again. Cosby, followed by A Different World, Cheers and Grand, all on NBC Thursday.
It all started in 1958 at University Hospital when a little girl named Paula Still underwent the first open-heart surgery in mid-Missouri. Today, after more than 30 years and 30,000 heart patients, University Hospital has performed more heart procedures than any other mid-Missouri hospital. Graduates like Paula Still know that from advances in diagnosis and treatment to the miracle of heart transplantation, there's only one University Hospital.
These days, it seems a dollar won't stretch as far as it used to, unless you go to Dairy Queen. For a limited time, you can get our home-style double burger for just 99 cents. 2 big beef patties, juicy and delicious. So try the 99-cent home-style double burger at Dairy Queen and see just how far a dollar will stretch.
We treat you right.
Good evening. I'm News Center 8's Ramon Escobar. The Big 8 Conference is conducting a full review of officiating during yesterday's Mizzou-Colorado game. The Buffaloes scored the winning touchdown on a 5th down. Meanwhile, Colorado coach Bill McCartney is calling Faurot Field an unplayable surface. Missouri coach Bob Stoll says to make an issue of Faurot Field after winning on 5 downs is ridiculous. We'll have the complete story and interviews with both coaches. Police are still investigating a Columbia shooting right now, and we'll have these stories and more on News Center 8's late newscast coming up in just about 25 minutes. Join us for News Center 8.
Mr. Santangelo?
Yeah?
I'm delighted to tell you you're a father. Wife and baby doing fine.
They are? I mean, I am?
Yes, indeed.
Hey, Costa, what do you say? I'm a father.
So what is it, a boy or a girl?
Yeah, come on, Doc. What's the news?
Your wife gave birth to a healthy baby girl.
Hey!
It's been 3 days now. Exactly when do you plan on naming this child?
We have a name for her. Haven't we, sweetheart?
Yeah. It was Gino's choice, but I love it.
What is it, for God's sake? Well, it ain't Sarah, or Emily, or Victoria. None of them proper names. We're naming our kid Lucky.
Pardon? Yeah. Lucky. I think it suits her perfectly.
Who is it?
It's Ezio. I came to pay my respects. When a man becomes a father for the first time, he deserves all the respect he can get. Congratulations, Gino.
Thank you, Enzio.
It's cute. But you are more beautiful.
Maria, this is an old friend of mine, Enzio Benatti.
What an old friend, huh? We grew up together, we hit the streets together, we're almost blood brothers, huh? And I came today because I got a request.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
I want to be the kid's godfather. Right, Gino? Is that okay with you, Maria?
Well, I think Costa...
No, don't worry, Costa, huh? 2 godfathers are better than 1, right? We'll all be one big happy family.
Why not?
Yeah, why not, Enzio?
Hit him! Yeah! Oh. Well, we did it, Costa. We finally built ourselves a hotel.
Better we should have done it without Benatti's involvement.
Oh, come on. He came through with the money, no sweat, no interference. So I gave him a piece of the action. Shoot me.
His money's dirtier than ours ever was. Word is he's hooked up with White Jack and his porno operation. Gino. We're better off without him and his stinking money.
Hey, his stinking money is what got this place finished. A little later than expected, but it's done.
And now that it is...
Once the money starts rolling in, I'll buy his piece.
First, he's gotta want to sell.
That can be arranged.
Gino, soon is not soon enough.
All right, Costa, I get the message.
Are we ready yet?
Well, you're ready. You look like an angel. Me, I can never get these damn things right.
Here. Andrew, let me do this. You know, I think I married the handsomest man in the whole world. No, I don't think. I know I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I ended up with a dog, right?
Oh, I wish we didn't have to go out tonight. I wish we could just stay here. Just you and me, alone, naked, in bed, making long, hot, passionate love.
Maria, cut it out. You're a married lady. You're knocked up. Have a little respect.
Hey, big boy, you wanna stay here and play?
Will you quit? I got a hotel to open.
Okay, let's go.
So, did you call Lucky today?
Certainly did.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What did she say?
Well, she gurgled on the phone, and I gurgled right back that I'd be home tomorrow.
Some kid.
Who, me or her?
Both of you, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, there they are. This way, please. Could you look this way, sir? We're all ready. Big smile.
Thanks for coming. Thanks. Thank you. Hey, good to see you, Will. You look beautiful. Watch yourself, okay?
Hey, thanks for coming. You look beautiful. Everything looks wonderful. They're already busting down the doors, dude.
Just the way I planned it. Pinky, do me a favor, right? Show the ladies to our table.
Sure, Gino.
We'll be back in a few minutes. I gotta go shake a few hands.
Ladies, you want to follow me, please? Thank you. Go, enjoy yourself. Good. Enjoy. All right. Jennifer. Maria. Is this okay, ladies?
It'll be fine. Thank you, Pinky.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Enjoy yourselves. Right.
Boy, it certainly is something, isn't it?
I hope that they don't make us move to Las Vegas now that the hotel is finished.
Oh, not a chance, Aunt Jen. Gino said he'd commute, and that suits me just fine. Besides, he doesn't want his children growing up in Las Vegas.
Quite right.
So, this is a part of our empire, huh? Not bad, Enzio. Not bad at all.
Wait, Jack. Easy, huh? Here, girls. Go have some fun. You too. You just watch yourself, all right?
You know, Enzio, we can do really big things
Jack,
here.
let's take it slow. Move in nice and slow. All right? There's Gino. Come on. Gino. This is something, huh? We're gonna be rolling in bucks.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good, my friend.
I want you to meet my business associate, White Jack. This is Gino Santangelo. Mr. Big.
We already met a long time ago. My memory serves me correct. You stole one of my best girls.
Gino used to steal everybody's girls. Now he's a family man with a beautiful wife.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, it's looking real good. It's looking like it's all gonna work out for us. And you know what I like about this deal?
What?
Santangelo does all the work. We make all the money.
This new coupe is sporty, refined, stylish, responsive, and a lot of fun. In fact, you'll find this new coupe so much fun you may never look at Hyundai quite the same way again. Introducing the new Scoop from Hyundai. Yes, Hyundai.
Introducing new Fresh Mint Gum, the freshest mint. The coolest cool. That's quite a package. New Fresh Mint from Trident.
We thought you'd like to know that Tic Tac breath mints are made with sugar because sometimes things are made with sugar and you don't even know it. Sugar-free Certs Mini Mints, the only little mint that's sugar-free. Now you know.
At Vidal Sassoon, we believe getting hair into superior salon condition takes 3 steps: shampoo, conditioner, and finishing rinse. Now, the benefits of these 3 salon steps are in one bottle. Introducing Ultra Care, the first salon shampoo and protein conditioner with the benefits of a finishing rinse. This final step helps seal and protect hair from styling stress. Shampooing, conditioning, even finishing, all in one. For salon quality hair, 3 benefits, 1 bottle. Ultra Care.
Want a shot at millions? Go to McDonald's for a new ticket and watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air tomorrow, when the jackpot could be $7 million. Play McMillions on NBC.
They shared the deepest love until a man from her past came back.
10 years ago, I was a different person.
She stopped him from destroying her life.
I told him I loved you.
You can go back to your husband with a clean conscience. Can she stop him from destroying her sister?
I am going to marry him, and there is nothing that you can do about it.
Santa Barbara.
Monday, Fresh Prince has a homeboy house guest.
All of this is my Uncle Phil.
And watch out, Bel-Air.
Hillary and I got got married this afternoon.
It's the funniest Fresh Prince yet when Bel Air turns into
Homeboy Hotel.
Bel Air may never recover on NBC Monday.
He was the only network anchorman at the fall of the Berlin Wall. He returned for Germany's historic reunification. Tom Brokaw, only on NBC News.
Oh, Jiggins, I loves Timmy. And I didn't go through all your messing around just to lose him now.
Sorry to leave you with this problem, Frank, but I'm sure that you can handle it.
Let's have it.
He really could be a love when he was drinking.
Glass of sherry, please.
That posh stuff will kill you, Higgins. Better have a draft.
I'm very glad you decided to stay.
Yeah, well, like I said, I need a bit of both worlds right now. Working here keeps my golden guinea half satisfied while the rest of me finds out who I am. I don't know much for sure yet, but it's a fact I'll never be quite what I was.
Likewise.
Hey, Sally, congratulations.
Hey, hello, boys.
We all came by just to kick off the new day.
Well, have a drink on me.
A little coffee here.
I'll have brandy.
A beer? We're also here to celebrate the fact that Mrs. Peroni's Florida tour leaves in exactly 1 month from today. Hit you, baby. You and Agatha can order the plane tickets.
Oh, that reminds me. This came in the morning mail for you, Meg.
Hold your breath, T.C. That slogan of his could be one big mistake.
For your information, I have been upgraded a spot. They found out the third place slogan was a direct quote from Dickens.
Hey! All right. Wait a minute. Is the prize better?
A vacation for 4. All expenses paid, including airfare.
Oh, we're going to Disney World.
No, Waikiki.
Waikiki.
Yeah, now, that's right close down the road here, isn't it, love?
Is bad credit making your life a living nightmare? Discover how to get major credit cards, instant credit at department stores, car loans, and more, even if you've been turned down before. 98% of our clients are approved for secure MasterCard or Visa, regardless of credit history. Receive your MasterCard in as little as 10 days. The credit restoration system of Capital Savings Corporation is so powerful, if you're not satisfied with the results, we'll refund your money. And if you're not approved for a bank card, we'll refund double your money. 1-900-568-9800. No risk. Call now, $6 per call.
Where can you see hundreds of styles and colors of floor and ceramic tile on display and be assured that everything you see is in stock? Tile Outlet, where you'll save on easy-to-install products that will beautify and improve your home or office. For a limited time, take advantage of our special price on 8x8 ceramic floor and wall tile. It's easy to install and just 85 cents per square foot at Tile Outlet, 2444 West Fullerton in Chicago, just 3 blocks west of the Kennedy Expressway.
Fiducia and Company, award-winning builders of time-honored homes.
Building quality communities in the north and northwest suburbs, such as Eastingsmere of South Barrington and Haverton-on-the-Pond in North Barrington. Fiducia homes have complete Gen-Air kitchens, unrivaled in features, quality, and value. We offer high-efficiency gas furnaces and Anderson windows supplied by Searles.
Let us design a custom-built Fiducia home within your family's budget.
Call Fiducia and Company for a free brochure at 382-8000.
With its bigger available V6, this Chevy S10 can tow a heavier load than Ford Ranger. With its bigger box, this S10 can carry a bigger load. While this Chevy S10 comes with a very small feature. That's also big with a lot of people.
Now, on new 91 Chevy S10s, get $1,000 cash back, plus an extra $600 first-time buyer allowance. That's up to $1,600 cash back now on Chevy S10. Nobody's winning like today's Chevy truck.
This weekend, shop the great outdoors at a Swaporama flea market.
Thousands of bargains, always something new and different.
Food, clothing, hardware, everything your family needs.
And if it rains, we're open indoors.
Swaporama, real bargains for real people. 344-7300.
Up next, Tommy Lee Jones is a detective searching for a woman who is literally out of this world. Virginia Madsen is truly a vision as she co-stars in Gotham. Coming up next on Chicago's very own Channel 9.
Physical, spiritual, sexual healing. St. Elsewhere, Sundays this fall on Channel 9.
Tonight, TVNet presents Virginia Madsen and Tommy Lee Jones in a story of undying passion, Gotham. It was a case I'll never forget.
Eddie.
She said her name was Rachel. I knew her name was Trouble.
Hey, baby, wanna get lucky?
She had the face of an angel and the mind of the devil. I'd fallen in love with a ghost.
You just want to look at me. Look at your beautiful ghost.
Then again, this was Gotham. A tonight only special presentation coming up next.
Introducing new EPT.
That's you.
The most trusted name in home pregnancy tests is now even easier. A simple, accurate stick test tells in just 4 minutes whether you're going to have a baby or not.
But baby.
New EPT, a faster, easier way to get the big news.
Cool.
Let's get some popcorn. Do you think I should cut my hair?
I thought you wanted to grow it long.
Well, it always just kind of hangs there, you know? Do you use something special?
Use? What do you mean?
Shampoo.
Oh, Suave.
No, you Suave?
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to tell me that I've been wasting all my money on expensive shampoos?
All I said was I use Suave. You like it?
Yeah, a lot. Why don't you?
Beautiful hair doesn't have to cost a fortune. Suave, now in salon formulas, too.
Before I even consider taking a medicine, I have to feel good about it. So before I switched from Tylenol to Advil, I did my homework. I found that doctors have recommended Advil over 50 million times, and that over 100 million people have tried it. That includes me. And you know, 2 Advil work better on my really tough headaches than 2 extra-strength Tylenol. Hey, I don't take just any medicine, but I do take Advil. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Look out! Coming through!
Meet the resistance. When tough bugs become immune to some insecticides, they're called resistant.
You wanna make some of it?
So we make Raid, Ant, and Roach to kill faster than others, to kill even resistant bugs dead.
It's an irresistible force! Raid!
Raid, Ant, and Roach kills resistant bugs dead, and nobody does it deader.
Scotch, single malt, oldest you have in the house. Make it a double.
Celebrating something?
Not exactly.
What, little trouble at home, huh?
Mister, you don't know the meaning of the word trouble.
Hey, I'm a bartender. I've heard all the stories there are.
Not this one.
Try me. Go on, try me.
No, why not? Why the hell not? Ever find yourself walking down a dark street? You think you hear footsteps coming up slowly. Somebody just out of sight.
This New York is this New York?
No, that's not what I mean. It's not exactly what I mean.
Charlie. Charlie. Come out of there, Charlie.
No!
Come on, Charlie. You're not gonna stay in there all night, are you?
Hey, you, knucklehead, get out of here.
I was in trouble, see? Trouble of a very special kind. That's when Eddie Mallard came into my life. What can I tell you about Eddie Mallard?
Yeah. Yes, it is. No, I don't find missing dogs. Same to you, madam.
What are you doing here with that cube?
I can't afford modern games.
I mean, what are you doing in here? What are you doing in here? I told you to get out.
Didn't that check come through? I mailed that check, back rent, everything.
There is no check.
I'd complain to the post office if I were you. Losing a man's check?
Tomorrow you get out. Tomorrow I throw you out.
Geez, where am I going to find a place as nice as this?
No philosophy.
Get lost, you miserable little twerp.
Mr. Mallard?
Yeah?
I'm looking for the private...
Oh! Yes. Come in. Have a seat. Oh. Sit down. You didn't call?
No, I wasn't expecting to be here. I visited 5 or 6 private investigators the past few days. You're the last on my list.
I'm glad to be anywhere on a list, Mr.
Rand, Charles Rand. Actually, I was in the building for another interview, Ames and Ames, and I noticed your name in the lobby.
You went to see Ames up on 6?
Yes, he wouldn't take the case.
Must be a lollapalooza.
Well, not really.
You offered him money?
Quite a lot of money. And now I'm going to offer it to you.
What the hell do you need done?
I want you to find my wife. Shouldn't be hard. She's in New York. She's following me.
If she's following you, why don't you just stand still, let her catch up to you?
I don't want to see her. I want you to see her. I want you to tell her to leave me alone.
I'm not following this, Mr. Rand. Are you and your wife divorced?
No.
Wouldn't that be a logical place to start if you really want her off your back?
No, I can't divorce my wife, Mr. Mallard.
Why not?
My wife was killed in a boating accident in 1975.
I beg your pardon?
My wife is dead. That's why divorce is out of the question.
Your wife has been dead for over 10 years, and she's following you around, and you want me to
That's right, Mr. Mallard.
How much are you offering?
$175 a day plus expenses. $1,000 cash in advance. That will probably end up covering the entire project, Mr. Mallard, but I'm desperate.
I think I'm your man.
I would insist you start right away and devote full time to this case, Mr. Mallard.
Call me Eddie. I looked him right in the eye and said, sure, I'll do it. I'll find your dead wife for you, no problem.
It's a missing persons case. You look, you report your findings. It's your job.
This guy needs professional help. But I didn't send him to a doctor. No, I humored his delusion, and I did it because the sight of $1,000 in one place turned me into a jerk.
You've been a jerk at least as long as I've known you.
I could be sending this guy over the edge.
You could be helping him, Eddie. I'm serious. Lots of bereaved people claim to have conversations with the departed. It's not craziness, it's a way of coping. It's...
So now I'm doing him a favor.
No, you're ripping off a sick, helpless man because you need the dough. I'm trying to talk you into it so you can pick up a check now and then.
Advance.
Something you're forgetting, Edward.
What's that?
Maybe you'll earn that money fair and square. Maybe you'll find her.
What are you doing here?
Bringing a bag of bagels to my favorite dip.
Gumshoe. Favorite gumshoe.
Favorite gumshoe. Favorite.
You know, man, how the hell did you get off work at 11:30 in the
You
morning?
dope. It's a federal holiday. Everybody is off work.
That's why I got a cab so quick this morning. Thought it was just my lucky day.
Don't rule it out. Since when do we take taxis to work, Mr. Mallard?
I'm on a case.
Looks like a killer.
It's harder than it looks.
Yeah, Tim told me you're suckering some psycho out of his life savings. I'd say it's a step up from ditching old girlfriends.
A, were you ever my girlfriend? And B, am I ditching you?
A, not by a long shot. Except maybe for 6 hours in Atlantic City that night.
Please.
And B, not calling me for 3 weeks is ditching. It's ditching.
When a guy doesn't have two dimes to rub together, he's got a certain amount of pride.
Sweetheart, I don't want to rub your dimes together. Go on, say it.
Say what?
I'm too good for you.
You're too good for me.
Where are we going?
Nowhere. Walking. She'll find me.
Mostly she finds you at night.
That's right. She knows you're with me.
I'm not exactly hiding.
No, I mean, she knows you're gonna be the end of her. She senses menace.
I don't want to sound stupid or anything, but if she always finds you at night, what are we doing out here in broad daylight?
She lusts for daylight. She wants power in the daylight. That's what makes her so dangerous.
Oh. Take off towards Park.
What?
By yourself.
I'll tell you. Good idea. Stay back. She's nearest now. She's near.
Mr. Rand, it's time to go home.
No, it's not.
It's 2:30.
2:30.
It's time to go home.
Well, I'm not ready to go home yet.
Well, you can stay out.
No, I'm scared to go home.
I'll go with you. I'll sleep on your couch. How would that be?